Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Green here with No More News. Back for the second stream today. Still some stuff to cover. Crazy Candace. Still getting over a cold, helping me get through Crazy Candace and a whole lot more tonight back on the show. My bro. Need More Amalek is here. What's up, Amalek?
What's up? What's up? How you doing? Glad you're back. Hope you're feeling better soon.
I'm feeling better.
There's a lot going on, a lot to cover. Get right into it.
So much, yeah. Had a 3-hour one yesterday, and then an hour this morning. And I didn't ask you, but we could go 2 to 2.5 tonight.
Oh, I'm down.
If you're down, okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Candace Owens, to recap for maybe people that haven't been up to speed on Kooky Candace and her escapades. I don't know, what would you call them? The spectacle. The drama, the saga, the circus. Perfect. The circus. Yeah, that's perfect. She's on Piers Morgan tonight. She just met with Erica Kirk. She's been saying since Charlie died. She used to be in TPUSA with Charlie. Since he died, she's been saying it's a conspiracy. She's blaming Charlie Kirk's wife. She's blaming TPUSA. And now her audience is turning against her because now she's walked back some of the claims, and it is just a total train wreck. But hey, she's the biggest voice in right-wing politics with 300,000 people watching her live stream yesterday. It's just despicable. And I called it from day one when she started speaking out after October 7th, when she was working for Daily Wire. I said, she's going to be counterproductive, controlling the opposition, more harm than good. I'm going to have to go dig up the clips.
Oh yeah. I mean, you've been calling it. I think everybody with a brain has been calling this for a while. Yeah. She's always been like this. She's been pushing forever. The remember was it called Blexit, like Black Exit or whatever from the Democratic Party? Remember when she was pushing all that stuff?
I was just watching her because I searched her name. I was seeing what material I had on her. I found a 2017 interview she did with InfoWars. I was watching a little bit before we went live.
Oh, I remember this. I remember this interview.
Yeah, there could be some funny. See how everything aged from here would be interesting, right?
Yeah. She's always been around in this whole thing, and she's always been like that. She's never been very bright, in my view. So, like, this is the least surprising thing ever.
Yeah, it's like no wonder it's popular. She's like, true crime detective, murder mystery, daytime soap opera, Oprah Winfrey for all the wine MAGA moms, for all the conspiracy, these people online on social media that want their conspiratainments and their latest whodunit murder mystery. They're like type that are like, I love conspiracies. And they just believe every kooky thing she says.
Yeah, I was telling you this earlier, but I think a big portion of this is, or at least some of it, is that like a lot of dumb people would normally be like obsessed with like television or like TV series or like HBO or literally any other form of entertainment. But the like entertainment is so expensive now that basically like the bottom rungs of like retards are essentially like getting free entertainment from Candace and doing this whole thing. Like this is their version of like, Jersey Shore or Jerry Springer or whatever.
Reality TV.
Yeah. That's their version of it because they, are no longer interested in the, the stuff that's on TV.
All right. Well, let's start with the latest, and I guess we'll go backwards in time to as far as stuff of tabs I have saved or what we think of. But maybe not all the way back to 2017 and Alex Jones. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. I'll have to probably just skim through all of that. But here's the latest with Piers Morgan tonight saying that Owens is full of shit. And you watched the full thing, right? So hopefully we'll get all the best parts in the clips. If not, you can fill us in.
Yeah.
This is just a short one to start with.
It may be that the person in the media spewing bullshit to the public is you.
No, nice try. It's not. It's you by saying, why are you asking questions?
Candace, it may be.
We're not saying this is such a straw man. Oh, they don't want me to ask questions. I'm just asking questions. Ian Carroll's like, oh, it's pretty weird, man. Pretty sus. Just asking questions. Like, the backtracking, the audience turning against her and saying she got the call because she backtracked a little bit is...
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, they're in shambles. And the the monster she created is eating her, or like the chickens are coming home to roost. Like, how else would you describe it?
So some of the gripers have been posting like compilations of her comment sections, and they're hilarious. I mean, it's just like 30
I have some of them
comments.
saved.
Oh, great. I
Yeah.
was just like, we got to go over some of those because they are seething at her about it. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I saw some of the comments, and some of them are obviously trolling, but I think some of them are real. Of people being like, "This isn't Candace."
She's been replaced.
She's been replaced. Yeah. I mean,
she was blackmailed. Dude, she's so kooky. She's like, I brought my own water. I didn't want to drink their water. And as if they were going to murder her, and like everybody would be like, oh, nothing shady there, right? She gets murdered.
I listened to what you guys said. I brought my own water. It's like it's like she's reading every comment too. That's what's the craziest thing.
Yeah. It's just like tabloid shit. Piers Morgan is British tabloids also. This is just clown show, entertainment, distraction, keeping everybody retarded.
Well, Piers Morgan, he took that show, his Piers Morgan Uncensored show. He took it and like took it independent. When he did that, Rupert Murdoch was his largest investor still. So even though it's his own independent show or whatever, it's still obviously controlled. It's like obviously a Zionist show. Mm-hmm. And to what degree he's lightened on this issue or whatever, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
Now she's just like the whooping dog and the clown show, and Pierce is like, no, you're the liar, and everybody knows Candace is going kooky. Besides the conspiracy kooks online. So let's go to
the person.
It's such a own there. She's so annoying, dude. All right, let's watch. This is 4.5 minutes. This is a good part of them sparring back and forth.
Why would he say that?
So
why was he so involved as somebody who's fighting a 97,000 front war?
Candace, I want to get to the reality of what you're actually saying. So when you say that somebody at Turning Point USA, Charlie's company, was complicit in his murder, who was?
I believe that there were multiple people at Turning Point who are, as I have said many times, my exact words are, they are engaged in a cover-up of what happened to Charlie on that day.
No, but who was involved in his murder?
I didn't say that they murdered Charlie.
You said that people at Turning Point were complicit in his murder.
Yeah.
No, my exact sentence that I said was that there were
complicit in the cover-up of the murder.
People at Turning Point who are engaged in a cover-up.
No, you didn't.
I believe that thoroughly.
Candace, you didn't say that. You said literally.
I did say that on my entire show.
You said there were people at Turning Point complicit in his murder.
Okay.
That's what you said.
When you and I were discussing, that's why I said, let's go back. I was applying the logic of a conspiracy to JFK. I said, okay, if JFK, you have people that are complicit. Of course, if you apply that logic, if there is a conspiracy, there's going to be multiple people that are going to be complicit.
What? What is this logic? She's lecturing us about JFK logic. If people are complicit in JFK, well, then people are complicit in this. Dude, she's such bullshit. Who's impressed by her, dude?
Dude, there's so many people who think that she owned this interview. I've seen the comments of it. I have people who I respond making fun of it, and then like there are people who have been who follow me for a long time, who then like rip into me. Oh, what's wrong? She's just asking questions to me, and it's like, dude, do you think that I'm ever going to apply? Like, you guys listen to me in the spaces talk about like the proof we need for Jesus and the and like the proof that I would require from somebody on Jesus, and now you think that I'm just going to like throw that out, completely get rid of that idea for Candace Owens conspiracies. Like that's now
because of her feels, because of her woman intuition and her feels. This is things she says on why she believes these things, or her visions and her dreams of Charlie and stuff.
Or she says, oh, I brought my cousin because she brings the vibes. My little cousin, I had to bring her into the meeting. Very serious meeting that I brought my cousin to for her vibes. She does that. She did that in today's episode that she did. Again, where she just shows a picture of a guy and she goes, oh, something about him. I just know I don't like his vibes. And then she just moves on, like kind of insinuates that this guy's literally covering up like the murder of Charlie Kirk by the federal government, and then just moves on.
I'm trying to find where she started her show today, I should say.
Oh yeah.
Candace show, dancing to the rabbi song.
Just go to her Rumble here. I'll get it for you. I'll go to her.
Oh, it's just the beginning of her Rumble.
Yeah. The first 30 seconds or minute of her Rumble show it's actually hilarious that's how she started it.
This is it. I found somebody clipped it.
Shabbat Shalom. I just want to say Shabbat Shalom. Okay, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. I just want to say Shabbat Shalom to everybody back at home. Happy Hanukkah to our greatest friends and allies. And, you know, this is a good time to mention that Israel does have a right to defend itself. Tucker Carlson is Adolf Hitler. And TikTok does need to be purchased by the Mossad. It's just how I
thought it already was.
I am not different.
It already was forced to sell, and it was sold to like Larry Ellison, who's a billionaire Jew, right? He was one of the top ones. That's what everybody's talking about. But then the Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk conspiracies have been exploding on TikTok.
Oh yeah. Well,
so explain that.
This is mixing the things now. So now if you say, "Oh, the Israeli government is trying to buy TikTok," now that idea is associated with Kirk conspiracies and makes you look stupid. When obviously we have Bibi like just openly bragging about it, and obviously that's what they're doing with the whole TikTok sale. Like from the very beginning, it's been a Zionist operation. So
he's like, Netanyahu's like, next we go after TikTok and then X.
Yeah.
I warn you all. You better heed my warning. All right, here we go.
Maybe you are different. Welcome back to Candace.
This is something I would do. This is so funny.
Conspiracy diva. Good one. Sins Chicken's Revenge. They're posting today. She danced in some like old rapper music video.
Crazy. You guys are absolutely crazy. The amount of people who attacked me for sending out a tweet being like, hey, I'm good, I'm alive. We had a very productive conversation. And they were like, she got the call. She got the call. She's betrayed us.
Yeah, your audience is kooky.
I can't believe it. This has all just been a show.
Now she's like, oh, all the people criticizing me are bots. They're all bots.
Calm down. Okay?
She calls them feds
What do you think
today.
happened?
Today on her show, she goes, anybody who is in there, anyone in the comment section calling me a fed is a fed. Like that's how she thinks.
Yeah, dude. Ian Carroll's been saying stupid shit like that too. Like anybody that thinks that Charlie Kirk could stop a bullet is a Zionist.
Oh, wait until you get to. Well, we'll go over it. Before we get the evidence that she went over today on her show is damning to that argument. Completely damning. We'll go over it then. Yeah.
I heard. Oh, is it the evidence? They said that the projectile was like one that would break up right away.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Which we've been saying all along.
That's the first thing I had said. Remember, that is the first thing I said to you. I said to you, it was most likely there's many different types.
Hollow point, right? Hollow point's supposed to split open.
Soft points. But what I said was it was most likely the type of round that you use it like a range where it does that. And you have, and it could shatter into 30 pieces when it hits bone, basically.
And all it takes, it hits the skin, it twists a little bit, and it's not going straight anymore. Hits against the shoulder, the neck bone, goes into the body cavity. It's what it looked like, the way his back and then chest exploded. That's what it looked like. So
yeah, it's called a frangible round. It's like that's what they use at gun ranges and things like that.
No, man, he got electrocuted, or like there's a guy with an arm gun, or maybe his Rode wireless mic exploded, man. It could be anything, dude. It's Mossad, man. Oh, dude, look, he had his thing. He totally had his little thing, and it was right here, and it just exploded into his neck.
Well, this whole thing, this is what's being linked to like anti-Zionism conspiracies. So when somebody says something along the lines of, anything to do with like Zionism or
APAC,
Zionist power.
Like, oh, what are you?
APAC. Oh yeah, what are you? A Candace Owens? Exact. That is what is happening right now in the real world, thousands of times a day, all across America. If anyone brings up these issues, so
right.
Said stop, and then I was frozen for 4 hours and 30 minutes, just like. As they just put all of these talking points into my head. That is not what happened. I keep telling you guys, I am not governable. I am basically akin to Kanye West. I never felt more seen than when he tweeted a lot of years ago, just fired my manager because I realized I can't be managed. That is me. That tweet right there.
She is kind of just out of control, though, and just like brazen, like offer off her rocker. She's on Piers Morgan still today saying Bridget Macron has a penis, and like they're suing her. It's going to court. She's gonna owe billions of dollars like Alex Jones for Sandy Hook before all.
Imagine this is your
I bet.
wife, dude. Imagine how this, dude. Oh my, I would kill to be like a fly on the wall of them listen like those two arguing over this. I would be so. Imagine you marry this girl, like, so he met her. You know the story how they met, right? He met her on like a Zoom call. They were introduced.
No, he met her at
other.
TPUSA. He works for TPUSA UK.
Right. But they were introduced by the jeweler or whatever of the Crown of England or something along those lines. I forget the exact position he had, but it's something like that. And it was like 18 days later, they're engaged. So they have this like weird marriage that they have. And then from it's been a couple years now, and now she's just doing this. Like, I bet you he's got to be so pissed. Well, unless this whole thing is...
Unless he's a handler and he's having her do this.
I mean, his father literally is the head or lead, like one of the heads of the Jewish Christian
alliance
or whatever in the UK. So, it's not that crazy if it is something like that.
We're just asking questions, man.
It makes everyone who's talking about like Zionist power, and notice it's totally distracting from the fact that...
Hold on. Do you not hear that?
Thanks for showing up. Thanks for putting yourself and this information out there. We can't imagine how it feels for you a decade into this, but we sympathize. If we don't do this, our children will have to.
I know you guys sympathize. Appreciate you for the support, bro. Optics Prime
sent $5 on Rumble. Florian Geyer was a knight during the German peasant wars of the 1500s whose motto was no cross, no crown.
Like that.
Baker
no kings.
$20 on Rumble.
No Mashiachs.
Hypothetically, if you lived in Australia and wanted to avoid the totalitarian beta testing, what country would you move to?
Oh, I don't know.
Dude, they're all kind of cooked.
Helenus of Troy sent $20. You'll log funds.
Thank you. My daughter loves a fire. All right, here we go.
Oh gosh, yes, Kanye. That I get this. Okay. Nobody is changing their mind anything. How ridiculous would it have been if I'm doing all of this, investigating, asking all of these questions, and then Erica Kirk offers to answer some of these questions, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to go. I can't.
Like she did when TPUSA invited her to do a live stream, and she said no.
Exactly like she did. Exactly like she like.
Big Mama 14 sent $20 on Rumble. Need more Amalek. Miss you from the spaces, man.
Can't betray the people. I don't.
Yeah, they miss you from the spaces. You know what? Too? She's just such a made woman. She was just like, platformed and boosted and groomed and made famous by like Alex Jones. First, it was Ralph. Ralph's the monster, the Frankenstein of all of this.
This is really Ralph's fault. Well, that's my conspiracy. That really what's going on is Ralph wanted to make sure that Ralph's really a Zionist working for Adam King, and that he's Candace's handler. Yeah, exactly. And like he's making Zionism or anti-Zionism look stupid via Candace. Yeah.
No, it was Alex Jones. It was TPUSA and Charlie Kirk. It was Dennis Prager and PragerU, and then it it Wire. That's why she has the fame she has.
What's his name? The Jewish liberal guy who. Oh my God, I can't remember.
The guy that had the modeling thing.
No. Oh my God.
Dave Rubin.
Yes, Dave Rubin was one of the big, because Dave Rubin like helped rehabilitate her out of the whole like, oh, you ran the doxing website thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the doxing website she had.
Yeah, it was one of the first big where he sat her down. He was like, "Oh, I used to be on the left too, just like you," and that was like her big break that kind of launched her whole thing. Was Dave Rubin?
Yep. Another gay Jew.
I want any answers to the questions. I just want to ask them. No, this is the entire reason we are doing this. We've been looking at the situation going, why can't Turning Point USA just answer basic questions? And I can tell you guys.
Dude, they've been answering so many of her questions. So many of her obnoxious, stupid questions they've been answering, and she hasn't stopped.
No. Wait, dude, we should. I don't know how long you want to go, but just the first 20 minutes of her going over her new leads from today are so insanely dumb. I can't imagine asking another person some of the questions that she's asking.
I know. And the ones that gain a little traction, they have responded to. And then, hold on, here's Ian
Carroll. Names sent $5 on Rumble. Ian Carroll is an especially suspicious character. Literally no public history or records of his background or what he was doing before he blew up on the internet in 2023.
Yeah, he claims he's a high school dropout that was driving Uber and delivering pizzas, I've heard, and it was like did like mountain running or something like that. And then he had no internet presence until explodes on TikTok in like 1 year doing kosher conspiracies, and now he globs onto Candace. He gets boosted, platformed by everybody. Alex Jones type of platforming.
I remember
and
him
then now
up.
he's
I remember him coming up during like the COVID era. I remember like when TikTok was really kind of popping off, and I do like to observe the left like news sphere, I would say. So I remember him coming up and talking to family members and friends, and they were, oh, it's the former liberal mustache guy. Oh, look, he's noticing. You know what I mean? Because people kind of know my politics and things like that. So they're like, oh, look at this guy, he's figuring it out. And I was, but it started as things like, oh, you see the McDonald's symbol? Well, it actually means the Illuminati and things like that. Like really stupid conspiracy like stuff that's like, I would say even more lowbrow than Alex Jones. And it wasn't until COVID like really got its stride where he kind of focused really hard on that in like the Jimmy Dore leftist sphere, I would say.
That yesterday for 4 hours and 30 minutes, there were no rules. They said you can ask us any question that you want, anything that's on your mind, which I appreciated. And some of you guys are thinking, who is they? Who is they? It's the Jews, obviously. Just kidding.
You got to get that clip.
Justin Strife was
That's a good soundbite. It's the Jews, obviously.
Justin Strife and Erica.
I forgot about the good soundboard I have of her. This one.
Jew, guilty, you're Jew, doesn't matter.
It's the Jews, obviously. We need that one, too.
It's the Jews, obviously, yeah.
Time in order for a large stage murder to happen.
You specifically said, you didn't say complicit in a cover-up. You said complicit in the murder. Because I said who at Turning Point was involved in his murder. And
let me clarify for you. Okay, you can keep saying what I said, or you can listen to what I am saying.
Okay.
When I was using the analogy of JFK and we were connecting it, I was basically pushing back on you because you were suggesting that, all of these people being involved would be crazy. So I was applying the analogy of what happened to JFK. Well, you actually, if you go back and listen, were suggesting that a conspiracy.
I said you don't know either. You're floating theories.
When we started talking about the JFK thing,
listen, let me make it clear.
Piers, I really think you're not holding on to your thoughts
Candace,
here correctly.
let me spell out my thought very clearly.
When we started talking about JFK, the implication that you were making.
She's so obnoxious. She's like the annoying black lady, like yelling at the manager at a restaurant. That's the vibe I get from her, and I can't stand this. Why is this the leading voice on the right? What the fuck is wrong with us?
Explain my thoughts.
Old Country Buffet. It's like she's at the Old Country Buffet arguing over the food with the waiter.
To suggest that multiple people could have been involved at different levels.
Candace.
I was then connecting the dots and saying that in order for the JFK assassination to happen, there had to have been tons of people that were complicit.
I understand.
Right?
I heard what you said.
Maybe you're the person who takes the cameras down. Maybe you're the person that told him to drive that day. Maybe you're LBJ.
Names sent $5 on Rumble. I remember Derek Bros was really laying in on Carol.
Yeah, I was too. In 7 Cs also.
For a while. And he was shilling Eric Prince's Israeli tech off-grid phone.
Yeah, he shilled Trump. He shilled RFK. He made excuses for Trump taking over Gaza. He's like, oh, maybe it's a good business move or like some stupid shit. He was trying to excuse it. Yeah, 7 Cs, Derek Bros, myself. We've been on Ian Carroll's case since he first came on the scene. And if anybody's he's still on YouTube. He's still out on YouTube. Are you kidding me?
I can only imagine what her husband, a descendant of English lords, thinks of all this.
Yeah, Nick had a viral clip, Fuentes, like saying that he needs to get his bitch in line and smack her up, or he was saying crazy stuff. But like, it is kind of crazy. Like he's everybody's suspicious that he's gay anyways, like little effeminate, and there's so many rumors that he's gay. Like maybe she wears the pants in the relationship.
Did she actually write that article? I couldn't confirm it. I was like looking around for it, and then I couldn't find it anywhere. Did she actually write an article talking about, lots of women are marrying gay men? Did she write that for sure? Did you see
I don't. Yeah, I saw that too, but I don't know if that was real.
I couldn't confirm it. Yeah, I was trying to find where the article was, and it took me like, I don't know. I tried to find it for like 15 minutes. I couldn't verify it. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's probably fake.
So they're not all complicit in the murder, but they're all at different varying stages involved in the cover-up, right? So that's what a grand conspiracy actually is. And I do believe...
Dude, okay, this is so stupid. That's what a grand conspiracy is. If somebody is covering up the murder, that means that they're like involved in the murder, basically. They know about it. They know it was a murder and they're covering up the truth. Like, come on. This is stupid.
Well, she's insinuated that like the people working for him knew something, right? And Erica herself hasn't. Like, I think I've seen her kind of insinuate that idea.
And remember, she was like, "Oh, the only way I'll stop is if Erica tells me." And Erica said, "Stop!" And then everybody makes fun of her, like, "Oh, look, she's a demon. Look at her. She looks mad, or she's a bad actress." Like all this, dude. All of this harassment and abuse of a grieving widow that lost the father of her children. They go, "Look, the kids are fake. She's his Mossad handler." All of this shit is so despicable and evil in my eyes. Honestly, it disgusts me, to be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely not cool. I do not like it.
It's disgraceful.
My thing is I really do think it makes everyone that's in this sphere look really, really stupid, because this is what people are thinking about whenever you talk about any of this stuff now. So while Israel is literally just like breaking the ceasefire, bombing the shit out of Gaza still, and Trump's, I mean, that whole thing over there is still a shit show. And while all that's going on, we're all focused on the Candace Owens show, talking about Charlie Kirk still. Like, how long are we gonna do this for the whole year? Is like Nick Fuentes and Charlie Kirk, that's what we're gonna talk about for the rest up until the midterms? Is that what's gonna happen?
Until they completely drop the hammer on us with their AI anti-Semitism laws and third World War III and the total AI technocratic takeover. Exactly.
Yeah.
To go back, and we don't have to go through it. I'm telling you what I think about Turning Point. I am very known for being honest about what I believe. I'm not exactly a person that you got to pull teeth on.
Sure.
I believe that there are people at Turning Point who are engaged in covering up what happened on that day.
But were any of them engaged in the planning of the murder of Charlie Kirk?
I wouldn't know how it was planned. Absolutely, I can't make that. I cannot confidently make that statement. I can say confidently that I know they're engaged in the cover-up because I've been investigating what happened on that day and what transpired thereafter. I've been clear. I've named those people on my show. I've said they are engaged in a cover-up, and I've listed the lies. So you don't have to try to make something out of what I didn't say. I tell you what I think. It's already controversial. We don't need to get more controversial, okay? Do I think someone at Turning Point pulled the trigger? No. Obviously, I don't think someone at Turning Point pulled the trigger. We don't even know who did pull the trigger. So how can I say that they're...
Did anybody at Turning Point, in your opinion, know that Charlie Kirk was going to be murdered?
There is specifically 2 people at Turning Point USA, and I have communicated that information to Erica and Justin Strife, that I would not be surprised if they had foreknowledge of Charlie Kirk being assassinated.
But do you have any evidence?
I'm not going to name... I am not going to name those people, okay, because it's not right for me to name those people until I know for a fact that they did.
Did you give the names Did you give the names to Erica?
Yes, so I absolutely did.
You gave the names to Erica of 2 employees, current employees at Turning Point, who you believe were involved in the preparation for the murder of Charlie Kirk. Is that what you're saying?
I told them that if I were in your shoes, these would be 2 employees that I would look further into.
And what evidence do you have that they had any prior knowledge of the murder?
Because I don't have concrete evidence is the reason why I'm not naming them. So I've been responsible.
You've got no evidence,
not saying...
but you're telling the widow that these 2 people may have been involved in the murder. But you see the problem.
Well, the evidence for it is people that there is not concrete evidence. It's like you're trying to get me to say something that I never said and then asking me to defend it.
No, I'm asking what evidence you've got.
You're asking me privately, did I communicate to them that I think you should look further? That's called an investigation, Pierce.
Dude, the fact that she thinks she's some detective investigative reporter.
Oh yeah. She said that today on her show multiple times. Oh, my investigation. And it's so dumb.
Yeah. And she comes up with the kookiest, she's like, oh, look, they're all wearing maroon shirts. The maroon shirt conspiracy. Or, oh, the Egyptian plane, another big lie that got debunked that because it was complete bullshit. Oh, this big Egyptian plane is following Erica Kirk around for years. Just the kookiest shit.
Do you have that meme where that we use with the flat earthers and all that other stuff with the feds that come out and say the thing and make it look
Probably
stupid?
I'd have to do a meme search. It's a big folder of all the memes.
Yeah.
Here, here's her talking about Bridget Macron and Israel killed JFK. Let's do the Macron first.
Children, you can have adoptive children, you can call somebody, but Brigitte Macron was born a dude named Jean-Michel Trogneau. Well, and I just feel, I want you to know that. I want you to know that Brigitte Macron probably stands peeing up. Probably pees standing up is what I want you to know.
The beauty is we have a big bet.
I think Brigitte
we have
stands.
a big bet, and we're going to find out because it's going to court. And, you will lose that court case. I think you will.
Yeah. I am not going to lose a court case because Brigitte is presenting evidence that Brigitte was born a woman, because that's never even been offered. That's just their PR coming after and saying these things. Nobody believes that Brigitte Macron is just unable to present any pictures. Nobody's asking for blood.
I saw that she is
Onyx
giving
Rock
pictures.
sent $5. Why this is viral. 2025 has been a year of major acceleration. The mass nihilism and mental health issues are apparent everywhere.
I feel like it really happened with COVID is when it really,
Oh yeah.
the scales tipped of the mental illness online. That was the post-truth conspiratard shift, the shift of the paradigm.
It got everyone locked in their house and they're like addicted to doom scrolling essentially, and no one has been able to break that habit. Like the country's doom scrolling habit, multiplied tenfold in that time.
Yeah, and then October 7th, it all turned like anti-Jewish.
Yeah.
Also.
Well, I mean, it's Jews often say, it's at the heart of every conspiracy theory is anti-Semitism, and like the kernel of truth to that is like the idea of conspiratorial thinking eventually does lead you to this question kind of thing. So it does, that it does make sense how this has evolved this way.
All right,
well,
just like they wrote up in the plan. In the play.
Let's wait for the court
Okay,
case.
great.
Now, look,
and you will be proven wrong again unless
the
there's
fallout,
just federal corruption.
Okay.
The only way that
unless.
So if she loses the case, she'll just say it's federal corruption if she loses the lawsuit, of course.
From your
This is the biggest evidence that she's like that she's like involved with Russia somehow, or this is like a Russia thing, by the way. The whole French thing, the attacking Macron, it's just very, very obvious that is where this whole thing.
And it almost maybe that's why she's so emboldened and brazen about it too.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think like that there's like a very I don't know. I think that there's like a Russia link there because of how we know that they operate with this stuff.
Well, Macron is like one of the biggest supporters of Ukraine, also. So that
that's what I mean. Yeah,
incentive
that's why
for
she's
that.
attacking him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, now we have Israel killed JFK. So now everybody's gonna associate that with kooky Candace.
I just think we have to grow up.
Candace.
We have to grow up. We can't keep pretending Lee Harvey Oswald killed JFK.
Fine.
We can't keep doing that.
That is your opinion.
No, that's a fact.
No, it's not a fact.
It's a fact.
It's not a fact.
It's a fact.
The whole reason there are still conspiracy theories about JFK's assassination is none of this is a fact. You are
because the
floating
feds
it
cover
as
it
your
up.
theory.
Because the feds are never going to admit to their own crimes. That is the reason we're still discussing it.
That may be the case, but you can't prove that.
Yeah, well, I can prove common sense that Lee Harvey Oswald did not stand on a grassy knoll.
You admit it's your opinion.
She can prove her common sense. What's your proof? Oh, her logic and common sense.
And LBJ, like Charlie says in that clip, which people should go pursue.
Yes, I know Charlie
all
said
of the
that.
weird things that happened that day that were unusual, and LBJ decided not to ride that day. And then suddenly he reversed course on all of JFK's policies, and he was fighting AIPAC. Israel killed JFK.
All right.
I think people that are like George Farmer needs to put her in her place. She talks like this to her husband. Let's get real. She talks like this to Pierce Morgan. She's gonna talk like this to her husband.
Oh yeah.
She wears the pants in the relationship, for sure.
Yeah, that's got to be awful. His ancestors are crying.
Oh, for sure. The details surrounding Charlie Kirk's death are just so fun. Let's see this.
Which I will now refer to as the non-smoking gun, was actually discovered. I love the details. I love details. I'm a detail-oriented person, and these ones are fun and curious, okay?
Oh my God, this whole run of thinking that she goes over is so stupid.
Dude, it's so fun. She's just having such a fun time with her little little Sherlock Holmes investigation she's got going on. It's so fun to her. It's entertainment.
Next train of thought. It is. The next part that she goes over is essentially this concept right here, that she doesn't believe that the gun that they found was ever fired. Okay, and that when they bring the the dog sniffing, like the bomb dogs or whatever, she doesn't understand what the word canine means.
Stacia 0927 sent $20 on Rumble. It's been Clown World since 2020, for sure.
Yeah, and it's being allowed to happen too. I don't think it's completely organic and spontaneous. I think it's
they completely shut it down in 2016 to 2018, right? Like we saw what happened. They absolutely crushed anybody who even like remotely hinted in the direction of any sort of thing like this. So it's not like they forgot or lost that technology. It's that they switched they turned the knob,
or they're overwhelmed by it and they just can't stop it anymore.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. They turned the knob the other way. They turned it up. They've identified what it is and they're boosting it. But she goes into this after that part that you just showed, that the idea that the gun was never fired and that the canine unit, which she doesn't know what canine means, that the canine unit comes through to find the gun and they can't find it. It doesn't smell it out. And then that 3 of the officers like walk by this bush and that they find the gun. Like that's the official story. And she goes on and on how that's just totally impossible, that the dogs wouldn't have been able to smell that the gun had been fired. A dog can smell the gun's been fired days and weeks later after it's been fired. The dog would have found it no matter what. Like that's her entire. So that's how she begins the argument with that clip that you just showed, with the whole, oh, this is the non-smoking gun. That's what she's referring to. So that's her new theory, that the gun was not new, but this is her theory, that the gun was never fired, that it was left on the side.
Because the dog couldn't smell it.
Yes, because the dog couldn't smell,
the gun is like 100 years old or some shit, right? It was an old ass gun.
Well, even the idea that like the dogs could be, oh, this is the scent of the fired gun, and that dogs are automatically going to pick it up. Like, I don't know, what's the weather? What's the wind that day? Like, what's going on?
How close did they sweep next to it with the dog?
There's a thousand factors that could be explained there. Her IQ is just so low that she can't like contemplate like alternative timelines. Basically, is what's going on here. Like
their bar and standard for what is considered evidence is the kookiest, most ridiculous shit.
No wonder they all believe in Jesus, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. I've been thinking that over and over again. It's like the big surprise. The people that believe in Jesus also believe in all this other kooky stuff, and the people that believe in all this other kooky stuff, of course, they're going to fall for kooky Jesus myths.
Yeah. Dude, historical Jesus is nothing compared to this.
Right.
Why? What is your theory?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, what's your theory then? You must have an idea.
My theory is that we should investigate everything strange that happened on that day so we can figure out what happened.
But are you suggesting
why are we pretending that we don't know why we ask questions? Like why? Like you're a journalist. You know what this is. You're like, what's going on? What's going on? Why do you want to know why these planes were tracking Charlie? Well, my theory is that we are being sold absolute Fed slop. The media is doing their Operation Mockingbird Part 2 scenario.
Dude, their favorite word, Fed slop. What is Fed slop? What is Fed slop specifically?
They're just taking the word slop and they're like appropriating it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You can't even ask the question. Yes, we very well damn can.
And this is what Ian Carroll keeps saying to everybody on Twitter too. Oh, you believe the Fed slop story? Like you either believe her kooky nonsense that Mossad took out their best guy, and then she's on the case though. She's gonna break the whole story. She's going to expose Mossad and save America. Totally.
Well, keep asking consistent questions until we get a clarified explanation for what happened on that day. And right now, we have nothing, okay? And that is the reason why people are watching my show, because I'm the only one not treating them like they're absolute idiots who don't have two eyes and who believe in magic bullet theories and who understand that Egyptian planes have been tracking Charlie even 3 times this year would be an anomaly, okay?
The airplane tracking her.
Tracking him. We don't know where it's going to end, but we are going to keep.
Dude, what would an airplane tracking her have to do with this assassination?
Yeah,
It's like what
people are tracked via airplane. Yeah. Who the fuck is he? Is he an elephant? Is he a flying elephant? Is he a hawk? Why do we need a plane to track him? I don't understand. What is the reason that there's a plane tracking him? Is he traveling?
How does that even fit into the assassination too? It's like it's just completely irrelevant.
What it is it's a turn on, remember the original plane conspiracy that was floating around? Like, oh, this plane took off and then it flew to Israel and remember that whole. So what it is, I think, is it's basically like the evolved form, the evolved cope of that. And what's kind of funny is we see the same thing within Christianity, right? Like those types of evolved copes and how, oh, this cope turned into this and then turned into this. That's what it is. It's the same way of thinking.
Yeah, Alex Jones put out a video. I think one of his employees did it, debunking that. They did a deep dive on the Egyptian plane theory.
Well, Tucker said he knows it's true for a fact.
Right, right.
He's
such a bullshitter, dude. They're all a part of some. Oh, she was at his party, by the way, his Christmas party.
Oh, I saw it. The Nashville one? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Asking questions until we get clear answers.
Candace, it may be that the person in the media spewing bullshit to the public is you.
No, nice try. It's not. It's you by saying, why are you asking questions? Don't you worry about Mikey's feelings? Everyone knows what this is. And like I said, because we have the example, the concrete example of after JFK's assassination, the media members quite literally being put on the payroll of the CIA, we have a historical example that we can look at and go, we're not doing that again. Doesn't matter how many times you keep telling the public that I'm spewing.
Anybody that calls out her stupid shit is CIA now, according to her.
It is
because of 50 years ago.
Because there has not been anything that has come out of this investigation that makes any sense, that the public is not listening to. I am sorry to say this, Piers, people like you. And what I love
any sense just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't feel right.
The whole thing makes perfect sense, by the way. The whole thing makes perfect sense, by the way.
Yeah, some gay autistic guy that grew up Republican got his grandpa's gun. And went and took out Charlie Kirk because he hates right-wing people and he thinks they're mean and hateful to his furry girlfriend.
He was.
They're all celebrating it after it happened, right? They're all celebrating it. So it's like you think there's never going to be a leftist that's going to try to go take a shot on some right winger? Of course there will be.
The access to the roof there is the easiest thing ever. I don't know if you saw that one report of talking about talking to his family, and they were talking about how he had said, "Oh, Charlie Kirk's going to be in town," and how stupid of a place that is for him to do it. So he the idea that was like a dumb place to do it because of the roof access was obvious right away. Just by you see the videos of people walking the ground. You can literally just walk up 2 stairs and you're there on the roof.
The Ghost of Eldon sent $10.
Thank you, Ghost of Eldon.
What up, Adam? Haven't been able to catch you live in a while. Been living the van life doing a ton of kitesurfing in Western Australia. Forever grateful for you freeing me from your.
Hope it wasn't Bondi Beach. Hope you weren't at Bondi Beach with your kite surfing. Get a hole through your kite and never come back to shore. Yeah, there's literally they've given a lot of information too. A bunch of pictures. They're talking about Discord. I heard today even some of his friends are speaking out now also too. Yeah. He confessed to the Discord. They got the text messages. The parents turned him in. He's in court. He's if the Discord if he people didn't do it. Yeah, go ahead.
The Discord people were like, this is how he talked. He talked kind of weird, right? They're confirming it, but also I don't want to insult any Hearts of Iron 4 players in here, but he had 2,000 hours on Steam on the game called Hearts of Iron 4, which is like a World War II simulation game, which is essentially like it starts in 1936 and you simulate World War II, right? So it attracts the most autistic people in the world, okay? Mm-hmm. And he has 2,000 hours of it, and he was part of some Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer community. And in that community, the running gag is if you play Hearts of Iron 4 enough, you're going to become a Nazi, a tranny, or both. That's like a running joke in that community. So the government couldn't have come up with the Hoi 4 shooter up, okay? I'm sorry, but no government agent would ever come up with that idea. This is just a real, actual autistic freak that's going on. That's what this is.
time last year, you were doing the same weird questioning and making all these things when I said that they were committing a Holocaust against the Gazans, and then you changed your mind.
Actually, this time,
I'll see you next year when you change your mind again, and we have more information about what happened, and you realize that the difference between me and you is that I have the courage to take the risks and ask the questions first, okay, before it's popular. You wait until it becomes popular, and then you change your mind.
She's saying that she asked the questions about Jews first? Or October 7th first, while she was working for Daily Wire.
Yeah.
Before it becomes popular, she's the one, she's the trailblazer of talking about Israel and the Zionist, huh? She's the trailblazer. She did it before it was popular. Of course, after October 7th, when it got wildly popular. YeethCon says she was cooking there. She does not cook, dude. She should be in the kitchen cooking and being a mom. Not the leading voice of the right wing making us.
She should be in the ghetto cooking up some crack, dude. That's what she should be doing.
Here she says, he asks, are you done with Trump?
Go vote for him because...
Yeah, she voted for Trump. She supported Trump. When we all tried to tell her, she's chimping, right, Jocelyn?
Are you not going with Donald Trump? Or could you see a way that you would end up perhaps voting for him? Oh, he can't run again, obviously, but would you support him publicly again?
So I want to be clear. I don't regret voting for Donald Trump above Kamala. I think he was the better candidate, certainly a better candidate above Joe Biden. But what I will say is that he's been a chronic disappointment. And I feel embarrassed that I told people to go vote for him because this wasn't going to happen and it is happening. Oh,
well, Candace, maybe you should shut the fuck up with your stupid theories and your Jesus shilling, because I've known since 2015 that what Trump was. And you feel stupid now. Same with Nick Fuentes, who shilled Trump for 8 years too. When I was telling him he was owned all along, and now they want to act like she knows. Oh, she's the trailblazer that exposes stuff. We should all trust her. Meanwhile, her whole career she's been working for Zionist and shilling Trump and shilling Zionist and working for Zionist. But oh yeah, she's the prophet.
Yeah. Do you remember she was did you still follow were you still on the Trump train after he bombed Syria?
Before that I was already over Trump.
I was gonna say I remember you were over more. I'm trying to remember how that went. I think you were already over him.
It was like as soon as he took office, pretty much. I was already
then he bombed Syria
going anti-Trump. No, it was a while. It was. I don't even know if it was the first year, but I know she went with Charlie Kirk to the embassy opening that Trump did.
Yeah.
In Israel.
That makes sense.
I just think that the picture of politics in America is going to look very differently because of his actions. So I don't know where we go from here. I really don't. But this is not the candidate that I voted for.
Are you done with Donald Trump?
Yes, it is the candidate you voted for. You just were too dumb or refused to see it. How could you not see it? Is it not obvious with Trump that he was going to be a big Zionist? What did Trump ever do that would make you think that he's not a big Zionist? I hate the people that say this. Oh, this is not what I vote for. Yeah, it is actually. He told you. It wasn't like that Trump betrayed you and like is doing not keeping his like the Israel support is like blindsided and out of nowhere, a curveball. It's what he promised and delivered in his first term too. Okay, let's see. Does he lie? Here's a lie.
Complicit in.
Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been multiple people involved. There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen. I didn't say that they murdered Charlie.
You said that people at Turning Point were complicit in his murder.
Yeah.
No, my exact sentence.
Yo, that was your exact words
that I said.
Dude, busted.
She does that all the time.
Sent $10 on Rumble. It's perfect for the conspiracy investigators to be promoted towards the Christian aisle. Because it's guaranteed they will make it look stupid.
Yeah, if they fall for Jesus conspiracies, they're going to fall for these other conspiracies and vice versa. Dude, that's so funny. He literally quoted her spot on, and she goes, no, I didn't say that.
Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been multiple people involved. There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen. I didn't say that they murdered Charlie.
You said that people at Turning Point were complicit in his murder.
No, my exact sentence that I said was that there were people at Turning Point who are engaged in a cover-up.
No, you didn't.
I believe that thoroughly.
Candace, you didn't say that. You said literally not conclusively prove any of these things, right? Now, again, I don't know what happened to JFK.
All right.
I will say this. I'm just scrolling through my timeline, and Stu Peters went live 2 hours ago, and he goes, "Did Candace Owens get the call?" And he's got an AI picture of her as a rabbi, and I'm.
Dude, that's so funny. We should go watch a little bit of him trashing her.
I don't know. I don't know if I can subject myself to that, but I might have to scan some clips because I'm sure it's funny.
Jean-Michel Trogneau.
Well,
and I just feel.
The reason I told the Alex Jones story.
He goes, wait. Dude, he goes, "I'm live with a body language expert discussing Candace Owens." That's got to be hilarious. Them reading the tea leaves on Candace Owens' body language as she goes over this.
I saw that. I was watching a little bit live. She's like, she keeps looking to the right. Maybe there's like a handler in the room, or she's nervous. Maybe she has a monitor on the right like I do. At left, right, center. Come on.
Bad.
He did incredibly well out of Sandy Hook with his investigations. But as was established in the court case against him, brought by the families eventually, and I think we're going to see the same thing with Brigitte Macron and you, is that he was weaponizing deliberate lies for money. And I think you
Brigitte
did that.
Macron has a penis. I really want you to know that.
Brigitte Macron does not have a penis.
Brigitte Macron has a penis.
No, she doesn't.
I'm sorry.
She had 3 children.
Did she get it removed?
She had 3 children.
Yeah, you can have adoptive children. You can call somebody, but Brigitte Macron was born a dude named Jean-Michel Trogneau.
Well,
and I just feel, I want you to know that. I want you to know that Brigitte Macron probably stands peeing up. Probably pees standing up is what I want you to know.
The way she acts is so juvenile. It's like a child. This is like how a child in 6th or 7th grade would have acted.
She pees standing up. That means she's a man.
Got you.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Mic drop. She's so obnoxious, dude.
You're going to find out because it's going to court. And, you will lose that court case. I think you will.
Oh, dude, I hope they take her for everything. I hope she's homeless. I hope not only all of her money she loses, but all of her husband's money, too. I hope they got some type of legal clause or prenup.
I don't think there's anything that can. Yeah. I don't know. I think
they should take her for everything.
Because it's international. I think it's going to be too hard to claw anything meaningful, but we'll see.
Yeah, okay. I want to skip over to here. By the way, now here is her and Erica Kirk at her wedding. And here is her with Barry Weiss, the Israeli agent Barry Weiss. She's going on all the big shows, though. Fox News and several others. I have clips from here. She's promoting Charlie's book about the Sabbath, and there's a bunch of kooky chatter around that as well. They're like, the Christians are like, look, it says stop God. It's stop in the name of God for the Sabbath.
They literally can't read. They cannot read. It's crazy. They can't read a book's cover. What the hell?
They're just throwing it right in our faces, bro. They're secret Satanists stopping God. Meanwhile, the real conspiracy is not just Erica, but Charlie was a kosher shill promoting kosher shit like keeping the Sabbath for Gentiles. That's the conspiracy. That's the scandal. Not, they're actually secretly stopping God. Like, shut the fuck up. It's so retarded. Okay, let's hear this.
That's it. The podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now?
Stop. That's it.
Stop.
That's all I have to say. Stop.
The podcast.
It seems so serious. And she had said before she'll stop if Erica tells her to stop. And the reaction to this is not a grieving widow that is, disgusted with Charlie's former friend, causing her all this stress and anxiety and abuse and harassment, right? Right? None of that. They go, oh, she's a demon. Look at her eyes. She's demonic. Or she's an actress. It's so fucked up. It was huge trends on Twitter.
Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
They're all comparing her to, who's this preacher's name? Kenneth Copeland.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with Erica Kirk? I get that she's gone through some traumatic shit, some life-altering shit, but she has a demon in her eyes. Can you genuinely look at that woman in the fucking eyes and tell me that she's not completely psychotic?
she showed her mad face so people would know how serious she is.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong
and
with
Erica? And this is cope about this that she showed the other day too was just so pathetic. She's like, she didn't think that was going to be a question. It surprised her, and you could tell how much she wasn't ready to answer. And it's just total bullshit. You can clearly tell that she was ready for that question. It was already teed up.
I think it's despicable. Look at this. Okay, remember? Oh, the Jews bought TikTok. This has 63,000 likes on TikTok. What's up with Erica Kirk, man?
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with Erica Kirk? I get that she's gone through some traumatic shit, some life-altering
her husband
shit, but she
got
has
his head blown.
A demon in her eyes. Can you genuinely look at that woman in the fucking eyes and tell me that she's not completely psychotic? I saw that new interview and she is looking like a fucking demon. Like, bro,
63,000 likes.
I know a Christian in real life who's like a total normie, doesn't know anything about politics or anything like that. He just was a Charlie Kirk fan. Like he just liked watching his like shorts on YouTube from time to time, but he's a total normie. And he is now obsessed with this stuff, thinks that thinks that Erica Kirk's a demon, the whole thing. Like this has infected normie people. Somebody I was just talking to yesterday said their dad was like, "Oh, did you know that Erica Kirk and Charlie were put together and hooked up together by a Mossad matchmaker and things like, dude." This is everywhere. It's being promoted.
Here, 231,000 likes on TikTok. That remember, everybody was saying, all these same people are saying the Jews took over TikTok, they're censoring it, the Zionists are in control of TikTok. Ready? That was a few months ago. This has 230,000 likes. This lesbian-looking, tatted-up Christian calling her a demon.
And I rest easy in knowing that he's sovereign, but he's just. And so let the Lord handle that.
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Dude, the faces she's making, like,
I don't know if anyone else is saying this, but that is giving this. Erica Kirk on her press tour right now is giving the same energy as Kenneth Copeland. I don't know if this is just what happens when you combine like mass amounts of money with religious beliefs that are like hollow or what, but this is the exact same energy right now. And it's interesting because, mind you, Christians preach about like the love in their heart and having the love of Jesus. And you look at Erica Kirk and you're like, I don't think that exists anywhere near you right now. My name
is 230,000 likes, guys. A woman that had her husband shot and murdered in front of everybody. Not just any husband, too, like a baller husband. And then she's going to go, oh, look, she looks like a demon when somebody brings up like the kooky conspiracies that are like harassing her and making her life hell, probably.
Well, TikTok has this like feedback loop where people like trends pop off very quickly because everyone's trying to get the monetization. Everyone's trying to get,
Sorry.
No, everyone's trying to get monetized. Everyone's trying to get like all those clicks. It's in the same way Twitter is, but it's almost like more user driven than Twitter is. Like Twitter is more curated, I would say, in a lot of ways than TikTok.
They were all doing it on Twitter too.
Jocelyn 8 sent $20 on Rumble. It feels like before Kirk, we were rapidly gaining ground. Now Christians are back in their camps on defense, gone either full CO or insane conspiracies.
It has degraded a lot since this. Here we go. Listen, look, this girl was doing all these videos of her, like she dresses up like her and she's dancing with money and doing this meme of Puff Daddy who celebrated and danced after he actually, I saw the new documentary, it does look like he killed Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. So
I haven't seen it yet. I heard that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, dude, it really looks like it. 50 Cent is wrecking him.
Can I have a moment just by myself so that I can...
Oh, no, yeah, of course. Let's go for some information.
Mocking a grieving widow that had her husband assassinated. This is 270,000 likes on TikTok.
Understand. You're good. Let us know if you need and you're good?
Thank you.
You okay?
I'm okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's game time. You've got this. You've got the grief.
I'm sorry, but something is very, very off about this. Watch this.
Sorry, folks, but look, she's...
Too many
Watch
of
her
these are so
eyes.
similar that this is a
It's a demon.
Someone's going into these people's DMs and being like, "Hey, if you make a video like this or whatever, this is the format, $250 or something in some way."
No.
These are all
It's like
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all the same. You know what I mean? These are all the same, like format even.
287,000 likes on TikTok, but from this kook. Hey guys, what's wrong with this? I think she's possessed with a demon. What do you think, guys?
A friend of Charlie's, at one time an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her?
She's probably raging on the inside with hatred.
These lies
Oh yeah.
to the world right now.
I would if I were her.
I imagine how crazy that 4.5 hour meeting must have
That's all I
been.
have to say.
Yeah.
I believe Scarface said it best, y'all. The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
These are the dumbest people ever.
I can't handle anymore. See that laugh?
Stop. That's it.
We wrestle not.
Professional
You don't understand
widow.
how hard it is to be a professional widow. You don't understand how strenuous the tour schedule is.
There it is. 965,000 likes. You're telling me that's organic? You're telling me Jewish-owned TikTok? 965,000 likes? On her book tour. A widow promoting the book that her dead husband wrote? Like that's a bad thing. Like her husband gets killed, she's going to want to try to carry on his message, right? She's not going to want to have his empire collapse.
She's always been like a boss girl. She's always been like a boss girl the whole time. Like there's been people that have described like, oh, Charlie, he had this organization, but once Erica got involved, it was like a whole new him. Like he took it to another whole level. She was always behind him, pushing him to be like the way he was. This is totally unsurprising to anyone who knows the Kirks and how they've operated TPUSA and the whole thing. Like, yeah, this is nuts.
Jesus Christ! The podcaster Candace Owens.
I don't even know what to do at this point.
Oh, this is a Christian video I saw. Okay. Have you seen this one? This guy trips me out. I thought it was AI at first. Doesn't it look like stop motion animation Ken or something like that?
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh, she's a demon, guys. Look, this is proof. She showed an angry face. I guess that means she killed him, right? Okay. I want to show this too. Speaking of this, this is disgusting and despicable. Christians are psychotic. Not all of them, okay. But here's E. Michael Jones, Catholic E. Michael Jones, says, Erica is destroying TPUSA. Her zeal in doing this lends credence to the claims that she collaborated in murdering Kirk, who was getting ready to kill the goose that laid the golden egg. He was literally like meeting with rabbis right before to work on his anti-Semitism propaganda. She says she's going to host a Shabbat dinner at AmFest. They already hosted Shabbat shit with TPUSA. He says anyone who believes that Charlie Kirk has anything to do with this with his book excuse me, issued by the book that he talked about all the time, and Sabbath he talked about all the time, issued in his name by TPUSA, has certainly had his brains fall out of his head. Dude, because she's promoting his Shabbat book, which he talked about Shabbat all the time, this is not some new thing. He's saying she killed him. This Catholic needs to repent and atone for this bearing false witness. This is despicable. This is disgraceful, E. Michael Jones. You are a vile piece of shit. Get 700 likes.
Do you have the tweet up? I only see you.
It says, you're a stupid old bitch. Oh, shoot, I don't have it up. Sorry.
Yeah,
Thanks for telling me. E. Michael Jones lends credence to the claim that she collaborated.
We're going to continue.
Is there anything specific that Turning Point can do to combat anti-Semitism?
Yeah, so we're all of our college campus and high school campuses, we have these conversations. And our students understand exactly my heart and Charlie's heart and the sentiment of everything I just said. We have Shabbat dinner happening.
Oh, Charlie has nothing to do with this, right, E. Michael Jones? Oh, this is all... Charlie was never kosher. Charlie wasn't a Zionist shill. He didn't always talk about Shabbat and was the biggest Zionist gatekeeper and propagandist out there.
Privately and publicly are pushing people like you and me away. Not like we're going to be pro-Hamas. Not like we're going to... But I visit Israel and fight for it. And there's another article out in the Times of Israel today. I could read
Jocelyn,
on air. I was just reading...
Highway Air Meet official sent $20 on Rumble. I really like your understanding of Christianity, and I first found you from your interview on Red Ice.
Cool.
Hard to take Nick Fuentes seriously now.
Dude, the Christian question kills it for Nick. Without that and a few other things... Here he talks about Shabbat.
Messages, Megan, calling me an anti-Semite. I am learning biblical Hebrew and writing a book on the Shabbat.
He's writing a book on the Shabbat. Oh, I thought that he had nothing to do with the Shabbat book. Wasn't that the claim from E. Michael Jones, right, guys? Anyone that believes Charlie Kirk has anything to do with this book issued by TPUSA in his name has their brains falling out of their head. Oh, he wasn't writing a Shabbat book. What a piece of shit, dude. Fuck E. Michael Jones.
And then he did the Hanukkah thing, too. Do you have that post?
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, he's such a
Bring up that Hanukkah post. He's such a fucking idiot. I saw that post, and I was on the phone with Neil, and I started chimping. I was so
here he is. He goes, Hanukkah is not the source of Christmas. Who said it was?
Well, hold on. What the rabbi is saying before him, this is a Messianic Jewish rabbi, by the way. He's a Messianic Jew, okay? And he's saying without Hanukkah, there would be no Christmas because under his idea, the Maccabee revolt, right, saved and preserved Judaism, and it would have otherwise died without the Maccabean revolt. That is the argument he's making here. Like, so Jones's response is doubly or triply retarded.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's saying,
he doesn't even get the argument.
Yeah, he doesn't get it. Exactly. He doesn't even get the argument. Exactly.
Yeah. So he's not saying Christmas is a celebration of Hanukkah. He's saying that Christianity wouldn't exist if there was no Hanukkah.
And he's right. He's fucking right.
Yep. Yeah, so then E. Michael Jones goes, Hanukkah is not the sort... So the actual argument is that Christmas in the date was stolen from pre-Christian pagan religions. That's actually like my position. He says the earliest source of Hanukkah is the Talmud. Wrong, like totally wrong. You're supposed to be a doctor and an expert on religion, and you don't even know that it comes from the book of Maccabees, first Maccabees, and the Gospel of John. It talks about Jesus celebrating the feast of the dedication, the dedication of lights, right? The earliest source of Hanukkah is the Talmud. Wrong. Which means Christmas predates Hanukkah by centuries. I don't even think that they solidified Christmas in Christianity until after the Talmud was written, actually. So he's double wrong there, even.
Yeah. And like the original day, like a lot of churches celebrated on January 6th, and then there was like a whole like the calendar shit. Like his whole concept is just totally wrong. And even within like if let's just grant him all of his arguments or whatever, the Talmud would have been written at the same period of what he's talking about. What is it like within his own argument? The Talmud would have been within 50 or 75 years of the creation. His own. If we accept his premise of when Christmas was invented or whatever, that's obviously stupid.
Look. When did Christians first start celebrating Christmas? First and second centuries? No. Well, guess what? Information from first and second centuries was compiled into the Talmud, actually. So early third century, that's only speculation about Jesus being born around that time. It's not until mid 4th century that Christmas appears. So the Talmud was already being written by there. You're double wrong, and then you're triple wrong because it's also in the book of Maccabees, which was preserved in the Greek Septuagint and the Catholic canon. He's so fucking stupid, dude. How is he this retarded? How is this his... Hold on. How is he this retarded? Isn't this his job?
And like they were
2,000 likes. 2,000 likes on this bullshit.
It's so bad. They were celebrating Hanukkah before, like in like 150 BC at least.
Hanukkah's probably like the origin stories of when Jews actually really started. That's right around the time of the Septuagint and the Alexandrian Jews also.
I'm trying to remember what I'm trying to remember what Jonathan Adler's book says about Hanukkah. I might have to bring it back up and maybe make some posts about it.
But the Torah as we know it today is not much older than the Maccabean revolt.
Right.
All right, let's see.
At AmFest.
But like the whole the concept for the Hanukkah celebration, the lights, that is in the Mishnah by like what 215 CE. So it's just the whole idea is stupid. It just doesn't make sense.
I'm not sure about when it is in the Talmud, but he thinks that Christians celebrated Christmas like right after, like the year after Jesus supposedly died.
35, like Paul was celebrating Christmas.
Yeah. No mention of Christmas in the Bible either. So he's so dumb, dude. They don't care, dude. They'll just be ignorant. They'll just make shit up. They'll just deliberately lie. They'll just regurgitate the propaganda that they learn from their seminary. Dude, they are the worst. Christian apologists and propagandists are like professional liars. That's basically their occupation.
We have individuals in our chapters who are Jewish. We have people that are going to be having booths. We have an exhibit hall at AmFest that are Jewish, that have Jewish organizations. The only way to combat evil, just like Charlie did, is with dialogue and not being afraid to do it. If you have these things that are being said, you need to counter it with the truth. And if you don't, there's a void and a vacuum. And so even though they're a small number, they get louder and louder. So we need to do our best, which we're doing our part. We're going to continue to do our part to make sure that the truth is always heard. We'll amplify it even more. And we're going to do the best we can, but we need the whole community. We need everyone in on that.
Bob, thank you.
Wow. E. Michael Jones shared that clip and said, this lends credence to the claims that she murdered her husband. Dude, that is just disgusting. E. Michael Jones, you should be so ashamed. And I see no Christians calling him out on this tweet. No retweets, no replies calling him out.
I said this to Christians today. I basically said, because I saw Christians, I'll just say it, I saw groypers talking shit about this in group chats and things like that. And they were all mad about this. And I was like, well, why don't I see you guys saying anything? And it's because they all give him a pass because he's Catholic. So even when they were all seething in group chats about these posts. Oh, he's an idiot. Fuck him. Blah blah blah. Not a single reply. Not a single post. It's like, well, that is kind of the problem, is the way that they kind of operate with each other with like a wink wink nod nod, and they ignore each other doing stupid stuff like this because we're all Catholic or we're all Christian or whatever. That's how this operates. That's the problem here.
Here's some from one that looks like it's got some pagan letters, or no, tweets Italian, English, and Hebrew. Maybe it's Jewish, but those don't look like Jewish. But anyway, he says, what a pathetic excuse for a person viciously accusing a widow of collaborating in the murder of her husband with the only evidence is his own venomous spite. This is like one of the most despicable things. I didn't think EMJ was capable of this, actually. He's fucking, maybe he has a brain tumor and is fucking possessed. But maybe he's possessed by a demon.
His book is so stupid. It might as well be called like How to Fall for It 110 Times. It's the dumbest book of all time.
That's funny. Okay, let's see some of these comments from her followers now. I wanted to show the one of the dude. Yeah, they're not. This is before the meeting even took place, but just that they announced they were having it. Yeah.
And then I posted in the chat two of the Candace chat posts from that AF post account too. If you don't have them.
Oh, I think I have that one up too.
There is no reason for Candace Owens to be meeting in person with those demons. She's the only one we have that has not been compromised, that hasn't been taken from us yet.
Only one that we have. She's all that we have. The only person in the world that's not compromised and taken from us. Don't talk to the demons, Candace. This guy looks like a closet flamer.
And she will be after this. Watch. You mark my words.
Is he a pilot? What's with the headphones?
Whistling a completely different tune after this.
That's his microphone.
Like everybody else that goes on a trip to Israel, everybody else that gets manipulated, blackmailed, threatened. Because you can only threaten someone in person. Everybody's talking about, oh my gosh, they're going to kill her. No, that's not the worst thing that you can do to a person. These people do much worse to people than just eliminate them. Candace Owens will come out of this completely changed. It'll take a while, maybe. There is no reason for Candace Owens.
Dude, they're in shambles. They're like, no, the grift's coming to an end, and now they're turning against her. Here's a few of the ones, and then I'll go to the AF post. We lost Candace, y'all. No, Candace, not you. Someone tell me this isn't a clone of Candace. Mossad was there and told her. Doesn't even spell Mossad close to correctly. They got you. Somebody sent her a $20 super chat saying they got you. And we believe her.
Life. Like that's his, like these are. Yeah. Dude, I don't know.
Look, they threatened her, sold out and bought. This was like last night, right? There was over 300,000 people watching this. She's taking the money. Erica be lying. You sold out. This is ridiculous. She's crashing out. Sell out. No cameras. You're full of it. Something happened and we will never know. You sold out to them $10. Dude, they're all so, they're like, she led all these people like the Pied Piper dangling a thread in front of them, and it didn't deliver, and now they're just like
Bolswell sent $20. Have you seen statements by Netanyahu that the USA wouldn't be possible without Jews, Hanukkah, the Maccabean revolt?
Yeah, that's probably what that Messianic Jew was referring to.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I follow that Messianic Jew. He has some banger tweets that are really like that. So.
Yeah, banger tweets. I am unsubscribing. Her story sounds change. You mean strange? Wink if you're being threatened.
I mean, what they did is they basically sat her down for 4.5 hours and explained to her likely that she was going to be sued for all of the money that exists in the universe if she didn't shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's see. Where do I have the other ones? Let's see here. So many tabs. Here's a few more. This isn't the AF post, but let's see some of these. Oh, dude, this is way too small, bro. The people will never be allowed to know. Transparency is never found in private meetings. That's where deals are made. That's the top comment. 21,000 likes. Watcher Christian. Of course, it's a Christian. Oh, dude. So proud of everyone in the comments. This was nasty work to meet privately. You know, Erica has to hash out all of this, you know, crazy stuff publicly, right? Of course she wants to air all of this stupid drama out publicly. Of course she wants to have this conversation. Like, the fact people are just fucking absurd, dude. They're gaslit.
The comments are crazy for this video. I scrolled through. I must have spent like an hour just kind of reading them or something yesterday.
We learned nothing, absolutely nothing. Meeting privately was a serious mistake. This is genuinely hilarious. 3 months, oh shit, of baseless. That was a good one. Oh, dude, what's going on here? 3 months of baseless speculation gets swept away in one private 4-hour meeting. Nothing ever happens. Okay. Here's the AF Post one. We will never be allowed to know who, no. Charity. Look, this is her type of audience. Charity. 23,000 likes.
Retard power is important. You know what I mean? You can't underestimate retard power. There's a lot of them.
I saw the clip that somebody put of you of that the other day, and it is very true. Like, whoever is best at hurting the retards, like, we're judged. Your clout is by your subscriber count and your followers. So it's how many retards you can entice to follow you, basically, because most people are retarded out there. So it's hordes of anon, like, mentally deficient people that probably didn't even graduate high school or can't even, like, speak a complete sentence.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's what it is.
Erica goes around giving interviews. Yeah,
that's what the ancient religions was like. Retard craft. It was who can herd the retards and direct them into ways that don't destroy us and all that other fun stuff.
Erica goes around giving interviews to everyone and their mama, but you guys can't have a live interview. So they just want the content. They want the drama. That's what it is. They want the drama. As if Erica would want to hash this out with this bitch publicly with everybody. 4.5 hours of conversation, and yet we, the people, are still confused as fuck. Yeah, you're dumb and confused. She started with, you guys are all crazy. Once also she said, close to the truth, everyone tried to gaslight you and call you crazy. Some of these I already read, I think. Okay. I got some other stuff too we could get into. We'll see where we're at on time.
Well, yeah, there's the whole White House visit. Do you have all those clips for that? That happened tonight? And the
you mean Trump's speech? What White House visit?
The
Hanukkah?
Yeah, all that. Well, hold on,
I covered that on the stream this morning.
Yeah. Hold on. Did you see the plaques?
Mm-mm.
I just posted it in the thing.
Okay, I'll check it in a second, but there's a few more before we move off of Candace. Crazy, kooky Candace. So this was back December 10th, a week ago. Candace is edging on pure evil. She said that if Erica asked her to stop, she would. Okay, so this is her response after Erica said stop with her crazy eyes.
Okay, super fun show today. You're probably seeing the clips, but Erica has gone off on conspiracy theorists. Obviously, every journalist out there is emailing me because it's about me. It's indirect, but it's also about me. And don't worry, in case you think...
Dude, she's so happy about this. It's all about me. Having fun, it's all about me. This is all for her ego and her narcissism and her grift, dude. This is really is psychopathic evil.
Okay, super fun show today. Oh, yeah. You're probably seeing the clips, but Erica has gone off on conspiracy theorists. Obviously, every journalist out there is emailing me because it's about me. It's indirect, but it's also about me. And don't worry, in case you think it's not about me, she is going to name check me on stage with Barry Weiss on Saturday. How do we know? Because our mommy sleuths be everywhere, and they recorded the town hall today.
Mommy sleuths.
Concluded, we got a flutter of emails, and what she says about the Egyptian planes, I'm sorry, not gonna lie, it's a little suspicious. It's weird. It's a weird response.
It's weird. That's always what they say. It's weird. It's suspicious. I feel like it doesn't feel right. Like that's the shit they say. That's their arguments.
Yeah, they
and their
think
evidence.
that's evidence. They use that as they think that is evidence. Oh, it feels weird. She did that today on her show.
Yeah.
So look, we got to go there. Okay.
The wine moms
today.
aren't buying it.
You're
The
probably
Fed
seeing
slop
clips.
guys. It doesn't feel right. Okay. It feels like a movie. All right. It feels like a reality show.
Yeah, she does that today. She says that one of the people that works for TPUSA still. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing that I can do about it. He just has weird vibes. Just gives me weird vibes, and she's like insinuating that he's part of a murder of Charlie Kirk. It's just
she loves the attention. Oh yeah, she does.
Here's my
And it all is a huge distraction. Absolutely. Absolutely.
breaking point on that. Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, no.
You know, I have to say it. I've never seen you like this.
No, this is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus. Yes, I believe in our judicial system.
Get it right.
We have a hell of a team
Judicial.
working on this. Excuse my French, but
Hell
this
of
is
a
not
team.
okay.
So you want to put these people back in the box where they've been creeping from?
I don't care what box you're in. But just know that your words are very powerful, and we are human. My team are not machines, and they're not robots. They are human.
Dude.
We have more death threats on our team and our side than I have ever seen. I have kidnapping threats. You name it, we have it. And my poor team is exhausted. And every time they bring this back up, what are we supposed to do? Relive that trauma all over again? They watched my husband get murdered. I have no idea how.
Pretty sus, man. I don't know. I think she might be in on it. Little too defensive, man. I don't know. Just asking questions.
Yeah, why is she so mad? Why is she so mad? She must be in on it. She must have done it.
Dude, she's like needs to be a better actor, dude. I think she's an actress. Look, she was in a beauty pageant. Look, she actually did do a reality show. That is true. But it's like what blonde attention whore boss babe wouldn't want to try to do
I was
that.
there that day. And thank the good Lord that I did not have to see that happen. But my team, they are rocked to the core. So why every single day
Totally demonic,
do they have to
guys.
be dragged through the mud, analyzed, hyper-analyzed?
You know, the conspiracies that are out there, all of the like. Do you think that there is more of it now?
And then, so talking about the conspiracy, this is addressing Candace, and we just saw Candace's video, and she's like, "Fun show to guy. It's all about me. Fun show." It is evil.
Yeah.
Psychopathic.
Because you do shine your light? I mean, did people just expect you would just go away?
I don't know what they expected. I don't know what they expected.
They pick on you because...
Parisha time. Don't give me that shit, dude. He says she forgave her husband's killer in 5 seconds, but Candace talking about it is a bridge too far, apparently. Candace is supposed to be an ally and was a friend of her husband and has been egging after her husband got killed for months, is pushing these conspiracies and all this harassment and abuse, probably making her life a living hell, even worse than it already is, over kooky maroon shirts and Egyptian planes and bullet theories. It is complete bullshit. And I am no fan of TPUSA, but I still think this is disgusting. We can expose TPUSA with the truth that they're kosher and they've always been kosher. But also forgiving the guy. This is what Christians always do. They always forgive the killer. It's their way of like closure and coping and Christian virtue signaling. She hasn't really forgiven him. She wants him to get the death penalty, I'm sure. But also, he's in jail and is about to go to trial. Candace is making she's made millions off of this Charlie Kirk trutherism. You don't understand how somebody like that that like should be on your side turning against you is worse than like a psychotic autistic leftist that took the shot. You don't understand that how one would make you like even more than the other. It's like, yeah, this crazy leftist took out her husband, but then Candace is like rubbing salt in the wound and doing it to her every single day. Anyway, Parisia time. That ain't it, dude.
Of your accessories. I mean, I've seen some of it.
Oh, yeah. No, at this point, it's the conspiracy collection. Get it before Christmas. Like, seriously. Wow. If you want to find and pick me apart, go right ahead. I do not.
Yeah, they're talking about she wears a lot of rings. Like, that's proof of, she's got a lot of rings on, so that must mean that she killed him. Oh, she's got big blue eyes and an angry face. Oh, I guess looks like she killed him. Like, that's your type of evidence?
You know, I just thought about this. Spencer had said this on the Nick interview. He said he said it on a couple of Alexandria calls before now, where he explains that what Kirk was like a sponge or ramen noodles, where he kind of absorbed what was going on and kind of like redirected or dissipated that energy. And you know what's interesting is that's kind of what she is doing. She's like taking this conspiratorial Israel energy, and between her and Candace, I mean, they really are just completely dissipating any effective movement against Zionism at all. It is now completely in this wheelhouse of, oh, did Mossad literally kill Kirk and all this other stupid stuff. So like, you know, she's actually doing a good job of carrying the baton forward in this whole can we dissipate and de-radicalize the right wing program, which I mean that is
it and delegitimize and make it look retarded.
Oh yeah, I mean that's definitely part of it, but I think that the idea of like dissipating radical ideas is the entire purpose of TPUSA, and just like the way she's doing this, where she's kind of like, oh, you know, she's making fun of the conspiracies, but she's also kind of like egging them on, like, you know what I mean, like with the way they're handling this whole thing, you know, doing a tour and all this other stuff, you know, they could have put this to bed and done like nipped this in the bud way earlier. So it is kind of like they are feeding into it. But that's kind of that's what they've always done. That's what the TPUSA has always done.
They shouldn't put a grieving widow in charge of the organization. That's asking for more, you know, and doing a bunch of it. But you can understand why she'd want to do interviews, right? She doesn't seem like the type that's like going to shy away from the spotlight. She's like trying to carry the torch type of thing. She's trying to like, you know, do the most for Charlie that she could type of thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying she's doing a great job. She's actually doing she's actually doing exactly what, like if it was reversed and she was killed and it was,
he'd be proud of her. Charlie is looking at Charlie would be proud of her, and he would be, if ghosts were real, he would be haunting the shit out of Ian Carroll and Charlie Kirk and the rest of the kooks.
Yeah, Candace.
That's what I think.
Oh yeah.
I don't care. I don't. This was happening before Charlie was murdered. Both of us have been through the ringer of people will call you whatever they want to call you.
Yeah, and we've been calling them Zionist shills forever too.
Yeah, to what degree people are like, oh, she's so fake. Like, I actually do agree that to some degree she's like I'm not saying she's acting or it's like, oh, it's all sham, but she isn't like she is playing a role. It's just that role is the grieving widow, and I think that she
Carlin
actually
sent $10 on Rumble.
She's like
yeah, this Candace stuff is all very interesting.
Hold on.
But what does Amalek say about the accusations that he's a gay Jew?
I don't know. They sound serious. Thanks, Carlin. Dude, Carlin on with Harrison Smith today, blowing up. I blowing up on some communist shit. Yeah, this Candace stuff is all interesting, but what does Amalek say? Those sound pretty serious. I think it's true, Carlin. Confirmed.
Well, if my replies, my Twitter replies, are anything to go by, then yeah, it's obviously like a serious issue because that's every day. Oh, you must be Ashkenazi if you did. Oh, you reject Jesus?
Let's see if I have any more here of Candace. I probably will just wrap it at the Candace stuff and cover the rest of the stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, there was a speech tonight in the Venezuela stuff. I don't know if you saw that. Like
he didn't declare war on him though, right?
Right. He like canceled it. Well, he put forth the some money for troops and stuff like that. So yeah, I would cover that tomorrow. But at the top there, I put it that Jimmy Dore Stu Peters clip.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know there was a clip yet. Let's do that.
Yeah, there's a
but here's another Candace one. Oh wait, did we see this?
Killed Charlie Kirk. And on that same note, my toxic trait is that I want to know why rappers like The Game are asking more meaningful questions about the death of Charlie Kirk than his close friends over at Turning Point USA, because The Game just dropped his song. It's Friday. And he asks the question explicitly, who killed Charlie Kirk? And on that same note,
I got an answer for that.
Blake Neff of Turning Point USA has now come out and said that it was Erica that directed them to have this live stream. And so now I want to know, like, did she sign off on that letter where, like, we are getting now referred to as Antifa because we won't stop asking questions about what happened on 9/10? Did she direct that, like, very insincere, he uses the word direct, insincere offer for me to come join them in a live stream? I need answers to all these questions. Plus, boys wearing maroon, too many of them on the day of night.
Dude, to act like everybody owes her an answer to every one of her stupid questions, the entitlement of that is just like bizarre. Like, who are you? Under what authority do you think that you get every one of your bullshit questions answered?
9/10, we're going to get into all that. Join us by hitting the link below.
Join us for what's next on the Charlie Kirk saga. Don't miss the latest fun, entertaining conspiracy.
And the answer to our question, why the rapper is also entertaining the Kirk conspiracies, is because he's also black, Candace.
Yeah, they love it. You know who else was doing it too? There's that girl singer from Australia. She has some new song out, and she goes, "They killed Charlie."
$5 on Rumble.
Yeah, I saw.
Sorry, bro. I know it was Tyler. My comment was tongue-in-cheek jest.
Oh, thank you, Parisha Time. So I'm so refreshed to hear that. I was surprised hearing that from you. Is disappointing. It's hard to tell, dude. There's so many people believe it. It's hard to tell if you're being jest. Okay, let's see.
2 days afterwards. Why would you do that? Why would you?
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Again, nothing. No matter what corner of this assassination you look at, there are a litany of things that don't make sense, just like JFK on the day he was assassinated. There's at least 11 or 15 anomalies that should not have happened. And by the way, guess
11 or
it
15?
was Charlie Kirk who pointed that out. And the same thing's happening with Charlie Kirk's assassination. No matter which corner of it you look at, there's a million things. They paved over the crime scene 2 days afterwards. Why would you do that? Why would you?
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
That's the best example they can come up with. I assuming that's true, which I don't even know that it is. Maybe they have different flooring that they do for different events there. When they host an event and put a stage, they put something over it or something. I don't know. But what does this prove? If the conspiracy is, there was no exit wound and the bullet went in, but it's a magic bullet, like, what do you think? That there was an exit wound and it's hiding in the ground and they had to pave over it or something? Well, like, what does that even prove? Oh, the anomalies. Like, you mean your kooky, schizophrenic bullshit?
A foot of earth, and then they plastered concrete over.
I'm sure that's true.
If you wanted to go back there at any point.
So what? They're hiding the true bullet that did exit somewhere out of his back, or like what? Right, Amalek? Like, what is this about?
They almost every single one of their lines of reasoning is like this.
The JFK theories aren't like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like JFK. It's just like 9/11. Actually, none of those things are like what you guys are doing. So the whole thing is
do some sort of a forensic.
I think that
forensic blood analysis. Why would they need to do what? Is it not his blood? A forensic blood. We saw the blood explode from his neck. What do they go? Oh, we want to go send investigators and see if the blood that's still on the ground is really his. They're going to match it to his DNA.
It's like when Candace was like, "Oh, why wouldn't the investigators take Kirk's cell phone and why would they give it to his wife? He's the victim. Hello, what?
Yeah.
So you get murdered and now the cops have your cell phone keep it from your wife forever? Why are you guys like what the fuck? They're so stupid.
Stu, by the way, he, on his thumbnail talking about the Bondi shooting yesterday, he shared the obviously fake AI image that everybody was spreading around. So did Jimmy, yeah. And they're both big Russia shills, coincidentally, of course, too. Russia was promoting the Mossad did it theory.
They had the same gold backer, gold
they're both
salesperson.
Gold Co. Big surprise.
Yeah,
so was Candace, by the way.
Yeah. And what's the other Wellness Network as well? They're both in that Wellness Network. Click.
Yep.
Over the top of it. So even if you wanted to go back there at any point and do some sort of a forensic blood analysis or splatter pattern or any kind of you can't do it.
Splatter. The blood would have been on the stage that they set up there, not on the ground below. Oh, we couldn't do our blood analysis, so I guess Mossad killed him.
They think they're in like an episode of CSI.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Armchair CSI. Layla Decker says, only schizos ask questions. They're not asking questions, Layla. What is the good question that they're asking?
Yeah, I'm down. Like that's the thing. I've looked at all this stuff and I'm down. My issue is that they're all incredibly low IQ. They lead absolutely nowhere. There's no like line of reasoning or motivation or like consistent logic behind any of these conspiracies. I've looked into all these with like a very open mind. Okay, let's look at this one. Let's look at that one. Almost the clips is our perfect example. Almost every single one of the clips that these guys have of Charlie, where they're like, oh, look, he's turning on Israel. If you just rewind from the clip to before they had the clip, actually, like if you watch the full episode, all of them within context are openly pro-Zionist. Just the perfect example I can think of off the top of my head is when he does the whole thing where he says, oh, there's Jews that are organizing mass immigration and they're doing all this stuff. And if they don't realize that that's going to turn against them and that's going to bite them in the ass and that whole thing. That is a common pro-Zionist talking point that has been written in Zionist Jewish papers and policy papers since the 90s, saying that, oh, left-wing Jews who promote open borders are actually hurting Israel. That is a pro-Zionist Jewish position in Israel in their right wing right now that they've had since the 90s. So to say that position, which is pro-Zionist, is somehow anti-Zionist just because you clip it out of context, like all of the clips are like that. And every one of their reasons.
It is true. The one thing that there is some truth is he was starting to do more criticism of Israel than he ever had. But he was also having to do that to keep the groipers off his back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would lose completely.
He's getting coming up every single time. Yeah, he's getting people coming up every single time asking about it. That's was the whole problem that they were dealing with in. I mean, there's that clip of Nick, saying, I took TPUSA and I fucked it or whatever. And that is just objectively true. That is the problem that they've been dealing with in TPUSA for the last 6 years or whatever, is that it's been taken over, very slowly infiltrated by this type of ideas, both organically and just by people coming to these ideas because of 10-7 and, all the great noticing, quote unquote.
Any kind of you can't do it.
So I actually came across some Grok information. So someone.
Oh no!
Oh,
look! Disregard the establishment narrative and take a look at this from every angle. And what is your opinion?
Oh, and then Grok scoured the internet for all the kooky theories. Is that what happened? Oh my God, dude! He's just like a Christian. This is what the Christians do.
It is what they do. I just realized this too. Jimmy Dore had scheduled an interview with Nick while his generational run was going, and then it was like, and then he canceled it. So now, so Jimmy won't do a show with Nick, but he's gonna do a show with.
But he will do one with Stu.
Figure that one out,
dude. Nick makes all of these people by comparison make Nick look like a saint in my eyes. Almost how much worse they are than Nick. on these type of issues.
I mean, you praise Nick when he does good things, and I've been sharing Nick clips, and I praise Nick when he says the right things. And I've had people messaging me or in my reply saying I've gone full Groiper for simply just pointing out that like Nick is right. And I just would say to those people, there's only so many intelligent people in this sphere, okay? And just like Nick tolerates Spencer, even though they, they have issues on Christianity, they disagree on Christianity. In the same way, Nick is sort of this cultural figure, and that we disagree with on Christianity. But when he says the right things, there's no reason that we can't just say just admit and say hey, give that to him. Oh, yep, he's right. We agree on tons of the non-Christian issues, so it doesn't need, and not the woman issue, by the way. I don't agree with him on that, and other things too, right? But we need to be realistic, and there's not very many smart people, and we are very clearly influencing his fans, I guess you could say.
Opinion. And Grok said, well, the audio waves don't line up with a high-speed velocity 30-06 bullet. They don't line up. Also,
Grok said it. You mean Grok saw one of your kooky conspiracy friends post about that online, right? Oh, it doesn't line up. Oh, so what happened? So they had a guy there with the gun, but he didn't take the shot. It came from the secret window. It came from the secret Mossad assassin that scurried off on the airplane that isn't even part of their theory anymore. Come on, dude.
Distance is way closer. The sound comes from way closer, which is what everybody there said. Felt like it came closer.
That is not true. I remember covering this when it first happened. Everybody turned and looked right where the guy was on the roof.
So so not only Grok says this doesn't add up, and but by the way, if you see the way his T-shirt flies up, first it flies up in the back, then it flies up in the front. That makes no sense with a bullet hitting him in the neck. So Grok actually says that it looked like it was a local.
Well, Grok can't do video analysis of the shirt moving. Grok is repeating what people wrote on Twitter.
Jimmy is retarded. He needs to smoke weed again. He was smarter when he was smoking weed. This is a fact. I watch this stuff. I really like watching leftist. I watch Breaking Points and I enjoy hate watching my news. Is the way I would describe it. And the left is just far more enjoyable to hate watch than the right, because the right's so whiny. And so I watch his stuff. I watch a lot of it. I watch him live or whatever, and it has gotten so hard to watch.
Dude, he's making argument the Grok fallacy.
So Grok dumb. Actually says that it looked like it was a local explosive.
Grok said it's a local. So what? You're going with the microphone blew up theory? The microphone was over here. He got shot over here in the neck. And you get shot here, and then it explodes. It pushes out the back because the bullet is bouncing off the back of his vertebrae in his neck or his shoulder or the back of his chest cavity. And then it ricochets and breaks up and then pushes out the front. What's your theory? Oh, it blew out the back because his microphone had an explosion? Really? Oh, and the pop that we heard of the gun that everybody looked at, that was just a decoy, right? These guys are fucking
to what
retarded.
ends? To what end, by the way? The whole thing makes no sense. The best kill shot to all of this is that I would say to people is if Israel or Zionists were involved, or the government involved, or TPUSA involved, or any of these groups involved, they would have picked a patsy that was anti-Zionist. Okay, period. The end. It would have been a Muslim or a pro-Palestinian or a white nationalist or a Groiper or any one of these positions. It would have been if there would have been a patsy done by the government. Period. It wouldn't have been.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with this argument, because having it be a leftist and
political extremist Antifa socialist, it's not one of the Antifa people that Carlin, for example, is studying or anything like that. You know what I mean? This was what I would say is a normie shit lib. His family said, he started getting into politics recently, a couple months ago, and things like that. I don't think that this is somebody who was reading Marx or anything.
No, that's true. Okay, here's one of her theories about the maroon shirts.
A few times here. Here we go. We have this young man. This is after the shot. He's wearing maroon. Show you another person here sitting there under the tree after the shot, and he's wearing maroon. Show you another person here. We're going to come back to this person who is wearing maroon because his dad is going to say something publicly. 3 people, 1 shot, all of them alone, wearing maroon. We're going to come back to the guy at the top there who has the hat.
Dude, they're all in on it, bro.
Hold on, what's the school colors for that
conspiracy
school?
runs deep.
I haven't even looked into this
like-
part. What's the school colors for that school?
I don't probably maroon.
These like strapping young men all wearing maroon. We've got this guy in the bush wearing maroon. I could go on and on. This person of how many people wearing maroon. I even have a video of someone holding a maroon shirt. Okay. So I mentioned that quite casually. And that thing happened where there was an overreaction for no reason online. So I knew that I was on the right track and I should probably keep going. And I said something.
Their color is green.
Or maybe it was on the show. And then we received hundreds of emails from people past and presently in the military around the world. And they said, yes, Candace, that is military.
Oh my God. Yes, they're all wearing maroon. That means they're military. Dude, this is
God.
Hey, just asking questions, man. Why is everybody wearing maroon?
What, you don't like this, Adam? Adam, it's helping us because look, she's talking about the Zionists, and more people are waking up to it because they're talking about the maroon shirts. Don't you?
Yeah,
get it?
dude, come on, that's just Fed slop maroon
$50
theory.
on Rumble. Missed your show these days. Don't disappear for so long,
Thank you,
please.
Spartan John, for the big 50. No plans to leave again for several years. I don't know. Maybe the next trip in another couple years once we get the credit card miles. I kind of want to go to Ireland and Scotland, finish off the Aliyah tour, Operation Maroon Shirt. They're obviously she talked to her tip line, her wine sleuths, her wine mon sleuths, and one of them told her that maroon definitely means military. She cherry picks a couple people wearing the same color shirt. She says, "Oh, this is, hey man, don't dismiss the maroon evidence." She says military grade bots are attacking her.
We are facing military grade bots.
After we
what will we do? Bomb dogs? Military grade bots? What is going on? I just can't.
He's convinced that he saw Brian Harpole.
How can we defeat this?
We start talking about the Egyptian planes. All of this is on the same day. We're getting a picture, and that felt really relevant.
What will we do?
That felt. I love the feels. It's always about her feelings, dude. It felt. She's got that woman detective intuition, bro. Okay, a little bit more here.
It's so easy. Don't do it. He would walk through the door, drop his bags, Daddy's home, take his phone, Friday night, Shabbat Shalom, throw it in the junk drawer, and it was just all us. And that's what I always wanted to make so special for him, was coming home. I'd always say, baby, I don't care what time you get home. Home is here for you. Your food will never be cold. It might sit out for a little bit, but I'll reheat it. It's fine. And I just want to encourage spouses, don't get mad. It's so easy. Don't do it.
Don't get mad at your husband. Wife, I'm going to play that for my wife. Say, don't get mad. Look, this guy, this Bricks.
Oh, he's a piece
account,
of shit. Dude, fuck these people, dude.
This is guy pushing all the disinfo on the Bondi shooting, all the fake AI shit. He says, honestly, such an actress. Her background is textbook handler. All those rings on her hand.
$10. Candace is secretly a pagan and trying to make the Christians look bad. She's our Black Viking queen.
Yeah, I like that theory. All those rings just always sets off my spidey sense. 1.4 thousand likes on that one. He says, I think Erica Kirk is in on it because of that video. Charlie all the time talked about how he observed the Sabbath and then he wrote a book about it. And her talking about that is proof. Oh, her tears, her fake tears she's wiping away. Come on, dude. This is
They're all fake people. That's the problem.
Yeah.
TPUSA is a fake institution. It's a Zionist institution meant to de-radicalize the right wing from racial and anti-Zionist politics and keep it kosher. That's the whole premise of TPUSA, is being fake and being plastic. And it's like she was his NASCAR wife. If you ever seen like NASCAR drivers, that was the whole premise of what they were doing. Okay, so her going on TV now that he's dead, and people be like, "Oh, look how fake she is." That's who she is. That is what she does. That is her role. It is not. It's not like evidence of.
It is Stepford Wives. People are calling her like Stepford Wives. It is kind of. She is a little bit like that, I think.
Yeah, that's fair to say. She's weird. That's
doesn't mean she's involved in a murder cover-up.
Exactly. Yeah, Stepford Wives. That exists. Okay, she was like a what, like a weird model or whatever she was before. Like this is not evidence that
F all these nons and anons tormenting this woman. I know it is seriously despicable. Ricky Bobby's wife, yeah exactly.
That's another thing too. If she, a part of this is racial, like the fact that she's like a white woman, like this is like being tolerated at a level that would never be tolerated if
her big A10s, her big A10s open up with the angry face, with the Aryan rage.
A lot of the left wing
seething she's a demon. Yeah.
A lot of like the left, like, because that's another thing too. Like we're kind of like considering this from like the right wing perspective. I don't know if you've seen the left wingers, but they're all in on this whole. I mean, there's like left wing conspiracy theories about the Kirk shooting and Kirk, like her being, Erica Kirk being a fake and all this other stuff. And they're doing the exact same thing. So.
Okay, I think this is the last clip we're gonna do of her. This is. Will she stop?
Erica was emphatic in the CBS thing that she wanted you to stop with the conspiracy theories, or maybe you've got it all right and all of this stuff is true and it's all involving the Israelis and Egypt and Turning Point in a mass conspiracy with this young kid, Tyler Robinson, brought in, and they're all involved in this dramatic murder of Charlie Kirk. Maybe let's just assume for a moment you're 100% right. But she did tell you publicly before you met to stop. What's clear is you're not going to stop. So is she okay with you now continuing to talk about your theories, or does she still want you to stop?
Well, she didn't ask me to stop. If that's the question that you're asking, is throughout that meeting, did she say,
did publicly, obviously.
She did
so your response to that is what?
I'm telling you that then we had a conversation. And I was not asked throughout that conversation to stop. And to the contrary, I shared information that I had, and I got information from them.
Right.
That helps.
So you will carry on.
Focus.
You will carry on.
Yes.
Does anybody believe that they didn't? So all of her audience is saying, "Oh, she sold out. They threatened her, right?" But now she's saying, "Oh, she didn't even tell me to stop." Actually, just seems like a lie. Alex Jones is trending for some reason. I wonder why.
Until I feel confident of who killed Charlie Kirk, I will not stop investigating this.
That's probably
and Erica is okay with you doing that.
I don't know how many other ways to answer your question other than saying she did not ask me or request for me to stop in person. And when we spoke about that moment, she felt that Barry Weiss was being Barry Weiss.
And she made no request of you whatsoever, Erica Kirk, in 4.5 hours.
So now she's saying, green light, everybody. Keep accusing her. Keep coming up with all your new conspiracy du jours about her. That's what she's doing right now. I hope they sue her, dude.
Request in
I hope
what
they
sense?
wreck her.
About how she would like you to conduct yourself about the murder of her husband going forward.
No.
She's like a really dumb person that thinks she's a super genius.
No, she didn't make a request for me to conduct myself in any way.
And she expressed no
forward.
concern about any of the theories that
she's such a liar. There's no way. Yeah. First of all, I think what she's doing here is that the loophole is that that Kirk's lawyer probably told her to cut it out. So that's the semantic game that she's playing right now.
I bet you're right.
Which is why she's so confident and why she's such a bitch about this.
Yeah. So I've seen her caught in lots of lies.
Yeah. Whenever this is how she acts when she's caught in a lie.
I remember she was caught with a really crazy lie about the Bridget McCrone thing, about like something about the case that was happening. It was outrageous.
I think she probably knows me through the lens of her husband. So I don't know if that would be a thing that she would have done. But no, she did not. She did not ask me to conduct myself in any way. That seems to just be coming from the media of how I should conduct myself.
Oh my God, I can't even believe that. That's the first I saw that clip. That's crazy. I already hated her, and now I hate her so much more.
Well, one thing that's kind of interesting, like an interesting development that I've seen is, you know, you saw that joke I made at Mark Brahman and Captive Dreamer today, where I was saying it's like the Apollonian Groyper Green Pill Alliance, aka the people on the right who actually read or whatever, and that is something that I've been noticing. You know, it's like those of us on the right who have been around and who see what's going on are being vocal about this, which is good, because
the non-schizo nationalists or the non-schizo right.
Woods, even Nick is on this. Richard's on, like, so many people are on this that I'm glad that people are at least seeing it. And it's really like the Anon fans or like the reply guys and like the commenters who are, what's wrong with her just asking questions, this type of stuff, where it's like the people who I would say don't have any kind of investment in this, what I would call like the integrity of this thing, right? Where it's like we have to build trust with what we're saying. We can't like be caught in a lie. You know, one lie one lie about this kind of thing is just going to completely be
devastating for the track record and the credibility.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like this is how we have to view this thing. So the Anons who are saying to us, "Oh, what does it matter?" or "Just let them go," or "This is harmless," they have nothing to lose by holding that position. When people who have a public record or of predictions and things like that, even an account like mine, we actually have things to lose, legitimacy to lose when we're doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. He's grilling Tucker now on an unbroken chain of bad predictions. Tucker's legitimizing her Egyptian thing. He also said a war with Venezuela was going to be announced tonight. It didn't happen, right? That's another one. Hold on. Let's hear this. Her husband's worth like $200 million. She's making like hundreds of thousands every episode probably. And she's asking to fundraise for security.
And according to reports, has access to $200 to $300 million, is begging her fans to support her security detail.
You don't want to be name checked with
Does the grift never end with this fucking bitch? It's insane.
And according
Dude,
Ralph.
I gotta watch Ralph's reaction to some of this tomorrow. I'm gonna watch Ralph go through this because it's funny.
He's seen enough. He's finally snapped on Candace.
Well, that was her handler in the Ralph. This is the Ralph verse, and we're all just living in it. But I guess not. She's gone off the chain.
Oh, this was her December 2nd. I received information last night, but put the final pieces together for me. I now can say with full confidence that I believe Charlie Kirk was betrayed by the leadership of TPUSA and some of the very people who eulogized him on stage. Yes, I will be naming names and providing evidence for my claims. Remember, she was just asked by Tucker, who are these people? And she said she won't name them because she doesn't have any good evidence, right? This is a week ago.
One of the things she did today was she talked about the gun on the side of the road and how the dogs didn't find it. And then she says, "But I know the 3 agents who were said to have found it in the bush. I know their names. I know who they are, and they should come forward and talk to me because I'm going to find out everything about them, and I'll find out even all the way going back to their grandfathers," she said. So she's threatening FBI agents who found the gun that if they don't come forward and give and talk to her about what's going on, that she's going to look into as far back as their grandfather. She's insane.
Yeah, just blowing hot air. Super shout out to Spartan John for the big dono, by the way. I don't know if I said that already, but that is huge. We're about to hit 300 before we wrap up here. Yeah. Okay, she goes, "I'm making a personal plea to every well-meaning person who donated to this godforsaken organization to request a refund. You were lied to, and leadership knew." That's probably a lawsuit for that. That's like torturous interference type. Throw that
how
in,
much
right?
chargebacks and stuff like that.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that Nick is right where he said that she was sat down with a lawyer and basically given like, you're going to cut this out or you're going to be just completely obliterated.
Or we're going to sue you. You were lied to at the leadership. 114,000 likes. And she walked this back today, by the way. She walked it back and said she's sorry. She shouldn't have said don't donate to her. That's probably is because they sued it, right? Okay, let's see.
That's literally like that meets the evidence of slander in the U.S. courts. Like that's right there. It is.
Yep. It's crossing another bridge for sure. So this was last week. They challenged her to come on and have a debate on the show live, and she declined and she said she would drop everything to do it. She wanted to do it so bad, but then when the offer came up, she had excuses and said she couldn't make it.
Supporters who overtly celebrate Charlie's murder. And just like a lot of those so that Candace can manipulate and string along an audience of people who don't realize they are being played. Instead of being able to grieve properly after one of the most heinous murders in American history, a murder many of us had to witness, my friends have had to endure harassment from people who have gotten whipped up by what Candace is saying. In fact, I would say we have suffered more harassment from these people than we have from Antifa supporters who overtly celebrate Charlie's murder. And just like a lot of those Antifa members, many of these people take this delight in how gross and unpleasant they can be. What our friends have had to endure is not funny, and it's not insignificant. It is evil. I have seen it. For months, we have received hundreds, thousands, I suspect, emails and calls asking us to respond. People have wanted us to invite Candace on the show, but for a long time, our approach was to say nothing. We did that for several reasons. First, we thought that her prevarications were so absurd that nobody would believe them. We shouldn't have to answer questions about secret tunnels or Egyptian Air Force planes. That sort of thing is just, it's beneath contempt to respond to. Mm-hmm. The second reason we've said so little, though, is because there's a good rule of thumb, which Charlie followed. Do not feed the trolls. Focus on the mission. Reviving America, uplifting young people, making heaven crowded. Don't give air to people who want to tear you down and sow discord.
Making heaven crowded?
We didn't respond.
What?
He said making heaven crowded, like what? Like one of the, one of those, what are they called? The Carnival cruises?
Making heaven crowded.
He said one of our missions is to make heaven crowded. And I said, like what? Like one of the Carnival cruises?
Yeah. Oh, what? Heaven isn't as big as God could make it? The idea that it would be crowded. Like, hey, it can't be heaven if you're crowded with people.
Because Charlie always viewed Candace as a friend, and we were holding out hope that she would return that friendship and stop what she was doing. But a week from now, it's going to be 3 months since Charlie's murder. Candace has not changed her behavior. She has continued.
It's propelled her to be the #1 talked about, more attention than she's ever got. She's having 300,000. She's making more money than ever. She can't stop. She's addicted to it, probably, in a mentally ill psychosis.
To spread falsehoods about Charlie's
I can't believe.
friends.
I mean, there was just the thing in Bondi, but there's like no way we're not getting some version of that here in the next 2 years or some. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? And it's all gonna be right back to her and the whole. Like, they're gonna blame all critiques of Zionism for when that happens.
Yeah, it's not the end of it, I don't think.
And she continues to concoct new ones about new people. She's using these falsehoods to enrich herself while dividing the conservative movement at an absolutely critical time for this country. And far too often, we here have heard from ordinary people, people who loved Charlie and who Charlie loved so much in return. These people have expressed the worry that we are staying silent out of cowardice or as some sort of tacit admission that some of the attacks are true. Neither is the case. Our silence has never been, and it will never be, equal to complacency or approval. Still, we decided Charlie would not allow this to go on. Charlie was not a coward. Charlie was a fighter. Charlie would not allow someone to spread lies about the people closest to him with impunity, and he would feel ashamed if other people were stepping up to defend his friends while he never did so himself. Candace has mentioned several times that the ball is in our court. So here's what is going to happen. In the near future, there will be a live stream here in Phoenix where we address in a clear and comprehensive way the claims and accusations, the false accusations that have been made against Charlie's family, friends, and the people here at Turning Point. We plan to walk through everything carefully and thoroughly. If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix. At this point, we believe the ball is back in her court. Our motivation for doing this is not out of any obligation to Candace. It is about honoring Charlie. We feel a deep responsibility to protect his legacy, his work, and the truth. I feel that. I owe Charlie everything in my life. I feel it immensely. And that is why we feel compelled to speak clearly and openly now. We'll have more on this in the near future.
So that was the offer, and then she declined. Oh, shit. Okay, I don't have the decline, but she had all these excuses. Oh, wait, maybe it's over here. No. All right, here, hold on. This is her last one. Calling for security, the full
asking
clip.
us. Yes, we also received a ton of emails of people asking us, what are you doing about security? Can we help you with security? We did actually create, for people who don't want to maybe buy our awesome gear, we have tons of awesome kit that you can get on the website. But if you'd like to just give a gift to support our security and what we're doing, you now have that option. You can go to CandaceOwens.com/support. And these are obviously very serious conversations.
Don't support that godforsaken.
Charlie just got assassinated in broad daylight. And I feel like everyone is sort of signaling that they want me and Tucker. Like when you don't want to be name checked with Bibi Netanyahu, and they are just
everyone's signaling
increasingly volatile in this rhetoric.
You need me.
Of what they want
everybody.
Done to people who don't stand with Israel. It's very.
Where would you be without me?
But at the same time, I know that it's necessary for people to recognize how greatly
they really do act just like
Zionists
they really are just spiritual Jews, huh? Like that's what
she's the hero, dude. We can't lose Candace, dude. Without her, the Zionists will win.
They cry out in pain as they strike you, just on full display right here.
Covering up, attacking people for trying to get to the truth, attacking their reputation, attacking their families. And I think these people are very dangerous. I want to be clear.
She's crying about attacking her reputation and her family. What are you doing to Charlie's wife? You stupid bitch.
I think these are the children of Bolsheviks that are in this country. These are our Trotskyites, and they have the same methods, the same psychological methods. That's why I say get your children out of these schools. They are run with a Soviet methodology. Anyways,
she doesn't know anything about communism.
Guys, if you like to support the show,
nothing.
And in a really fun way, you can go and buy my book. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It's. I was told by a New York Magazine person, it's laugh out loud funny without.
Her website is Make Him a Sandwich when she's the boss bitch and wears the pants in the relationship.
Even trying.
She's
for the book to be so
full-time Charlie Kirk investigator.
Is funny reflectively. When you reflect on feminism.
Oh my God, it's all such a grift.
It gets very hilarious. You guys can buy that at makehimasandwich.com.
Make him a sandwich. Are you kidding me? Dude, this is the playbook. This is where all this is leading. The last clip I want to play of this rabbi about the riot. Oh, this one more. Tim Pool apologized for calling Candace a cunt.
You lost your mind attacking her. Your opinion and position.
They've been beefing hard because he's been almost all the big influencers are calling her out too. She doesn't have very many. She only has like the army of TikTok moms and like probably foreign bots, most likely. Honestly, it's not like there's a bunch of people in the sphere that are backing her on this.
GL7. He's been a member for 42 months. I deeply respect that. Thank you so much. He said, no, Tim, you called her a C word. I know I said it on the show before, but I'll stop. I won't frame it now.
It's a good word to use.
You lost your mind attacking her. Your opinion and position of making it personal is lame. I agree with her questioning. I will say this. Apparently on her show, she said she went a little too far in telling people to pull their donations from Turning Point USA, and I'll respect it. If she's gonna pull things back, that is a respectable thing to do. I think she chased after the views and the money and all of those things, and I will admit to being in a heightened state of tension due to a shooting at my property, of which let me just say this before I get to the meat and potatoes. She accused my brother of trying to kill me. Okay, that being said, I do apologize for calling her a degenerate cunt. That is unbecoming of a gentleman. Whether or not I am mad with Candace Owens and she has said disparaging things of me, it was unbecoming, and I accept that, and I do apologize.
Weak. Weak. Don't take it back, you pussy.
Bridge too far. And the most damaging thing done, of course, was the murder of Charlie Kirk. And now the second most damaging thing we're looking at is Candace Owens burning down everything he built, and now having the gall to go after his grieving widow and his children, indirectly threatening their livelihoods, what Charlie built. It's a bridge too far. She's said many things that were increasingly, let's just call it, unhinged. And then finally one day she said, pull your donations from this godforsaken organization, with a direct implication in her post saying that Charlie Kirk was betrayed by Turning Point USA, even saying in one clip that his friends would have had to have signed off on his murder. It seems like there is no depth too deep and no bridge too far for her to benefit her career and her show. She would even go after those who loved Charlie the most. And I have no problem with people questioning the official government narrative or what the FBI thinks, but claiming there's Egyptian planes flying around.
You better have the goods if you're going to do that.
Claiming that these planes are landing at airports, or black SUVs are pulling into federal buildings where it just so happens her lawyers also work.
Or maroon shirts.
Come to the realm of nonsense. The U.S. military, she claims, is now involved in his murder. She has turned the very tragic murder of Charlie Kirk, and she has turned this political movement into
a circus.
Reality drama, true
reality drama. Well, yeah.
She treats us all like characters in a fictional show.
Where she's the main character.
You know, I think it's just gone too far.
She's breaking the matrix. Yeah, the popularity of Tim Pool, Candace Owens, everybody is such a black pill. I totally agree. This is the game plan. This is the playbook. Rabbi Mizrachi talking about the rise of anti-Semitism. This is where all of this is heading.
One of the things that will have to happen then when Mashiach comes and Hashem comes to take revenge against all these nations, that they will reach the highest level of hypocrisy, of wickedness, of ungratefulness, of anti-Semitism. The Goyim have to reach the highest level of wickedness. That when Hashem will...
See, before their redemption, there has to be the highest level of anti-Semitism. That's the playbook. That's why we're seeing this stuff.
Bury them, they won't have any excuse. They won't say one thing, they won't be able to say to defend themselves. If they are pro-Israel, if Canada would continue to give money, a weapon to Israel, they will have a very solid case. We helped your children for self-defense. Why you want to wipe us out? You don't want your enemy to start doing you favors. Because if he will do 1,000 bad things to you, and then in the end he's going to do 4 or 5 good things to you, all the 1,000 things won't count. He will get away with that. They did tshuva. Look at the Germans. They are the smarter of anyone. If there's any country in the world.
Thanks, Rabbi.
Went with Israel full time from the beginning to the end are the Germans.
What?
Unbelievable. These Germans who made a Holocaust to us, they are all together pro-Israel. Condemn Hamas, condemn Palestinians. We are with you 100%. There's no other country like this. These Germans, they have guilty feelings. They feel guilty. The guilt.
So they thrive off of the Jewish guilt and sympathy. And what increases the sympathy for Jews is kooks like Candace Owens and these liars and their AI images and these Christians like, you killed God, you drink baby blood, you stuff like that. They get away with all the real things they do and all the true things that we talk about because of the kosher conspiracy kooks. The guilt. They know how they have the weaponized victimhood and guilt.
There's no other country like this. These Germans, they have guilty feelings. They feel guilty. The guilt.
Yeah, I noticed that. There's a lot of shame. They feel shame for the history of the Nazis in Germany. I think it's been programmed into them a lot. See how they try to browbeat us in America about it? It's even way worse in Germany.
Made them do the right thing. The Jews will reach a situation that they will know nobody is with us. We don't have one friend in the world except Hashem. And that's what will save us.
See, that's the plan, is the whole world turning against him. Highest anti-Semitism in Edom in the world ever. And then the hammer's coming. Are you still there?
Yeah,
you're on
I'm
mute.
here.
Okay, there
Yeah,
you
I'm
are. Yeah. Any final thoughts or anything you've been holding on to? That's about all I have for the Candace show, the kooky, crazy Candace show.
No, I think this is gonna continue. This is gonna continue from, unless some major event happens, this is gonna continue from here until the midterms. The anti-Semitism is increasing, and this whole thing, this is just gonna keep going.
Is the Charlie Cook trutherism gonna fizzle out now that she's done this, or you think she's gonna end up doubling down and going more kooky?
Well,
than ever?
As much as I think what she's doing is a problem, if she stops doing it now, it's already gone. It's already got its life of its own. It's already, you know what I mean? It's not just her at this point. It's a whole ecosystem of people doing it. So even if she were to stop, and even if she were to disavow it, the train's already loose, kind of.
She'll just become part of it. That's a good point. There's plenty of other grifts she can go back to. She'll imagine all the important stuff that's been happening that people aren't focused on because of this distraction. By the way, also,
Trump's economic numbers and everything that's going on with Trump, the Trump admin, is bad. Hold on, did you see the breaking 911 post I put in there? Did you see these plaques that they put in? This is crazy. When I saw this, I thought it was AI. When I first saw it, I was like, "There's no way they actually did this." But I verified it. They did do this. They put these plaques up. It's crazy.
Candace chat, AF post, breaking 911. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, breaking 911. Yeah. Like
Trump new plaques on the wall of fame.
Walk of Fame. So these new plaques have just been added to the so-called Presidential Walk of Fame. They almost read, some of them, like Truth Social posts, including the ones under President Obama's that says he was one of the most divisive political figures in American history. Under
This
President
is king
Biden's,
mode.
It describes him as sleepy Joe Biden.
He's literally putting his tweets. He's putting tweets underneath each president.
Oh no.
President.
Yeah, he wrote them personally.
There are some that are nicer, including under Ronald Reagan's, for example, where President Trump says at the end that he was a fan of Trump's long before he ran for president.
Dude.
Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says the president actually hand wrote some of these plaques himself. Wow. So these new plaques have just been added to the so-called presidential wall.
That is incredible.
Isn't it crazy? Like we have like they're gonna look back and be like, America went crazy, and they're gonna point to stuff like this. They're gonna be
like the Mad
King
moment.
Yes.
Here's another one. Look at this. This is what I saw. Look at his plans. He knocked down the West Wing or East Wing, whatever it was. This is the ballroom he wants. It's bigger than the whole fucking main White House.
Breaking Points went over some polling that this actually hurt him.
Really?
The White House remodeling. Yeah, there's people actually did not like this. His numbers went down because of this. Because it is.
He's destroying the White House architecture. It's appalling. He's got the two. You could see he's got his little. This is very Hitler-esque. I just watched a documentary. Hitler had little models like this and was trying to create his shit. Trump's got his arch that he's gonna build too, just like the Hitler and the French and the Romans. He's got his 2 poles, his 2 flag poles, the greatest flag poles ever. Pretty amazing.
Yep. So yeah, that's where we're going. It's just gonna be more Edom Don, more.
Dude, the clips I play. Oh yeah, they took down Robert E. Lee and put up this civil rights icon. She's holding a Bible. Is that true? Probably. What else would she be holding up? A school book? Oh, I wanted to say, oh yeah, hold on. Trump arch model. Let's see. The Arc de Trump.
The economy is it's fucked. Like 80% of our growth since Trump has been in is entirely in the AI sector, and they're loosening regulations and gambling, hoping that will drive revenue. Like that's going to drive economic growth.
Yeah,
that's how bad it is.
It's incentivizing gambling for his top donor, Adelson's.
Yes.
We're going to make an arch just like the Emperor Titus. It's going to be the greatest arch we've ever seen, better than France, better than Macron. I'm basically the Caesar of America, the king of Edom.
Ahead of your child's moderate to severe eczema with clear.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for joining me on this one, Amalek. Good to have you back with me.
Anytime.
And thanks for all the donos, the support. Appreciate you guys. Clip the show. Give us a like. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be back tomorrow covering all the rest of this stuff. Tons of more stuff to cover. That's what I was going to say. How wild was the show this morning? The clip of Trump at Hanukkah talking about, we're going to have a third term and another $250 million from Adelson. And he's like, my dad told me they're the most powerful lobby in all time, but not anymore. But maybe now with me in charge.
I mean, dude, it's odd. Like, this is what you've been talking about. This is what's been going on. This is what we get. This is what people voted for. So all the people who were just, you don't support Trump, like you're not gonna make it, dude. The guys are idiots.
Yeah. Oh, no black pilling. Trump just did this, and you're black pilling. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, right, imagine if that's what I went down with, Harris. We could have had a Brett Summer. We could have had a totally fractured left, and the whole right could be, united against a fake Indian black woman who can't even control college students. It would have been great.
At least people wouldn't have been, put to sleep. I don't know. Trump's not really Trump's almost kind of by his shilling. I don't think it's 4D chess. It's not on purpose, but he is waking people up with how much of a Shabbos goy he is.
Yeah, I just don't think there's any way they let him get out of office or let him leave office without getting their Iran war. It's just not happening.
Oh yeah.
They
were trying to blame this latest shooting on Iran, even though it probably had nothing to do with it.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right.
Thanks everybody. Have a nice night. See you tomorrow. Thanks for the support. Take care. Thanks, Amalek. Follow Need More Amalek on Twitter. All right.